All right, all right. Looks like we are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today we got a great show for you guys. Panic in the air with Switch. No, it's not even a topic that we're bringing up today. I got some people in the chat beforehand for those that are wondering. No, we can talk about that though. It's all good. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Japan sales came out today. We're gonna talk about the new rumors. This is much more interesting than internet talk about sales numbers, which is usually the dumbest people have access to this platform to talk. So, we're gonna talk about the new rumors of different Switch 2 games coming. And that's going to be awesome. We got to talk about that because there's some interesting games that potentially could be coming over. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. We got to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. We got to talk about that because that game just dropped a demo on the Switch 2, and it is interesting to say the least. I can tell you that it's a very interesting demo. For sure. So we're going to talk about that. I actually beat the whole demo. I didn't make a video on it, but I put some footage on Twitter just to show off kind of the game a little bit, how I felt at the 30 FPS instead of the 60 FPS. So yeah. Also, Justin with the $3 dono says this.
I saw that a grid game is coming to Switch 2. Is that a good game? I know the other grid game supports GameCube controllers, so maybe this one will too.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I think a grid game, this grid game should be pretty good as well. You know what I'm saying? Should be pretty good as well. You know what I'm saying? It should be great. Should be great. Should be great. Should be absolutely awesome. I think that grid, it's a cool racing game. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool racing game. And I think that the more games that come over, the more games that do better and come over, you know, that's just cool. That's just cool. You know, more games that come over is better. So I can't wait to see that. So yeah. Absolutely. Let's get into some shout outs too. Shout outs to just thank you for the big 3. You're now the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Big love there as well. Panic at Nintendo Disco. Yo, shout outs. FF7 on Switch 2 has wrought up the pony stables. Yeah. RGT's video playing Farm Simulator on Switch 2 is hilarious, but it actually looks addicting and fun for a relaxing game. Yeah, they reached out to me for a sponsorship too as well, and I just didn't get back to them in time for that sponsorship, so lost out on some money there. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks pretty dope. Let's see here. Shout outs though. Appreciate you. General Zamor, big love. Big love to General Zamor. By the way, hey, what's up, party man? Shout outs. Beans and Toast, what's good? Brand Smith, what is good? Welcome. Law Boys is here. Rags is here as well. So absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, absolutely, man. Let's see here. Starfield. Yeah, apparently Starfield's gonna be coming over to Switch 2 as well. Let's see here. Hey, what's up? What's up, Element Nullify? Welcome to the stream. Big luck to see you here. Welcome to the stream, Element Nullify. LJ wasn't planning on getting FF7 Remake from my Switch 2, but the demo sold you. That's why it's good sometimes to do a demo of an old, especially of an older game. Do a demo, you know, so see how it plays, see how it looks, see what people think, you know. So absolutely. Let's see here. Dr. Birdie, what's up, Dr. Birdie? Welcome. I'd buy Fallout 4 and Starfield on Switch 2. Yeah, like I wouldn't buy. I'm not gonna buy either one on Switch 2, you know. But I mean, it's a thing, you know. It's a thing. So yeah. I actually like Bethesda stuff, so I'm excited for Starfield the most. Okay, nice. I don't know if you have the answer to this, but do you think any MMORPGs will be coming to Switch 2 like ESO? I mean, they can. I mean, I know they've been trying to get Final Fantasy on Switch 2 for a while now, you know? So, so absolutely. The panicking continues with the cart rumored option. The cart rumored option? You can't win again with Nintendo. Give me the new, give me New Vegas.
I can't wait to get
Was there panic with that?
And play it for about an hour and then never touch it again. Lol, also I'm going to do my best to beat Trails in the Sky before the second chapter.
I've got to be, that's going to be my next big thing to do, Justin, is to beat Trails in the Sky before the second chapter comes out. So, absolutely. Absolutely. Big love to Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono. Appreciate that. 6 on the combo board. Let's go, baby. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the big support. Appreciate you, combo board. We are out here. Thank you for the big 6. 6 on the combo board. Next one up is at 15. We got a 15-minute extension on tonight's stream. Let's go. Big love, guys. And remember, if you drop a dono, make sure you put your music request on there. So Justin, if you want some music, let me know and I got you. Apparently Expedition is sold out at every retailer near you. I mean, they didn't really ship many copies of Expedition 33, so I mean, like, they weren't expecting the type of success that it was going to have, and they didn't have a lot of physical copies. So just, it's better off just buying it on Amazon. If you just buy it on Amazon, it'll come in a few days. Just get it on there. Yes, they claim it doesn't solve an issue with Switch 2. It's factually incorrect. I mean, guys, the issue of game key cards, it's not gonna, I mean, you're still gonna have game key cards regardless. So you're still gonna, just like you still have game key cards on Xbox and PlayStation, you had game key cards on Switch 1. I mean, it ain't gonna solve the whole issue, you know, in terms of game key cards, or not everybody's gonna want to put the whole game on the cartridge regardless, whether it's a small cartridge or not. So it doesn't really matter. In my opinion, like, sure, it might for some, but the price per cart for those sizes, it's not that much of a difference. It's not like it's a massive difference. When it comes to the cart sizes, like the price, it's still going to be somewhat high. So even if you have like a 32 gigabyte cartridge or whatever, sure, you might see a little bit more, but you're still going to see a number of big developers, or even just developers in general, just opt for a game key card because it's significantly cheaper. So yeah. Lagging or is it just you? It might be just you. I don't see any lag spikes in my stream unless somebody can let me know about that. So yeah. Let's see. Do you buy any game collections on the Switch? Sure, I have some game collections. I have Castlevania. I've got Mega Man. I've got a lot. Let's see. These people need to get over the key cards. I mean, I don't think people need to get over it, more so than obviously, like, it just needs to, like, you need to pick your lane in terms of how you feel about them, right? Like, I think that endlessly complaining isn't gonna, you know, do anything. Obviously, voting with your wallet is. So if you don't like it, then don't buy it. You can buy it on other systems. If you don't mind, then you buy it, and then the market will decide whether, you know, if it's going to be accepted or not. So that's kind of like how it is. Okay, let me reset my McDonald's Wi-Fi. Shaking my head. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just YouTube issues at times too. You know, just sometimes there's just YouTube issues with stuff like that. So it's okay. It's no big deal, Projo. No big deal at all. You know. No big deal. Shout outs to Nick93 with the $2. Says the game Sunday was crazy. I was sitting next to a bunch of Lions fans. They got so quiet as the game went on. Oh, Puka, amazing. Big game coming up in an hour. Hopefully the weather isn't too bad up there. Yeah, hopefully. Oh, man. I need you guys to lose, Nick. The craziest thing, Nick, is that if you guys lose and the Niners win out, the Niners will be the #1 seed in the which might be one of the most fraudulent #1 seeds in the history of the NFL if they do get the #1 seed. I will not feel good if the Niners get the #1 seed. I mean, of course it's best to get the #1 seed so you can get the, you can get the bye week and, you win one game and you're in the NFC Championship game. But, yeah. I'm not feeling good about the Niners potentially getting the #1 seed. But I want them to get it. But, I mean, it's very possible. If the Seahawks beat the Rams tonight and the Niners win out, they're the #1 seed in the NFC, which is crazy. Which would be crazy. Thank you, Nick, for the $2 dono. And yeah, that was a crazy game against the Lions, dude. Rams played really good though, offensively at least. So yeah, this game key card thing has always been nothing burger. Companies will never pay 20 extra bucks per physical copy. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Same thing with the Switch 1, M2 is on Switch. Micro SD express cards to get expensive. Maybe release an official adapter for portable hard drive attachment. They're not going to do any portable hard drive attachment. They just got to wait for the SD cards to go down in price, just like we saw with Switch 1. When the Switch 1 first came out, the SD card prices were pretty high, and then over time they go down in price. So yeah, it's just really that. I mean, people aren't going to be plugging in hard drives. I mean, they might enable that option, but it's more likely that the SD card prices go down. I mean, because you need a portable SSD, unless you're talking about just like a hard drive that can just not play off of it, but maybe just hold games. I mean, and like you can transfer them like when you feel like playing, but yeah, I doubt it. So yeah. Now, man, what do you think about the source of PS5 resurgence sales in UK and Europe last month? Resurgence? I don't think it was really a resurgence, more so than it was just essentially it was on sale. And then there's a lot of big games like, Battlefield, Call of Duty, FIFA, just normal typical games. And once again, big sale. I think they had $100 off on the system. The price has been going up for the PS5 in Europe and other places, so obviously you're gonna have people taking advantage of that deal. So yeah, I mean, it's fine. I have a PS5 myself, so it's fine. Sometimes systems sell really well. They do really good in a month. They have a sale or a deal or a game that comes out, does well. Next month, we'll see. But that's just kind of how it works. It's pretty normal, standard business. Let's see here. Easy game for you guys against the Colts, but Bears game is going to be tough. I don't think that's an easy game. I mean, the Colts defense is pretty good, and they held the Seahawks to no touchdowns. The Seahawks only won because of nonsense and field goals. So that's not an easy game. And Jonathan Taylor's still a beast. You still got to stop that running game. Niners' run defense is not the best. So I don't think that's an easy game. At least in my opinion. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Bad Son? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? You ready to face the old man Phillip Rivers on Monday? Yeah, I mean, listen, he can still sling it. He can still sling. Phillip Rivers, he's still one of the GOATs out there, one of the best of all time. So you can't take any, even though he's a grandpa, he's 44 years old, 44-year-old grandpa, he can still throw the ball and he can still hand it off to Jonathan Taylor, and they still got a defense. So, so yeah, I'm not saying that it's gonna be an easy game, OG, does your family eat tamales for Christmas? No, my family does not eat tamales. I mean, not that people, usually only, from what I've seen, only Mexican people eat tamales in Christmas. I mean, maybe some other people do, but, my family doesn't eat tamales in Christmas. No. No. I need Rivers to ball out for one last time. No, you don't. You don't need Rivers to ball out one last time. You actually don't, Dick. You don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. You guys are a pretty good road team. Don't you guys want to play on the road? Don't you guys want to play on the road? You don't want to play at home all the time. Rams are a pretty good road team, are they not? So play on the road. It's okay. Shout outs, Vatsan. Appreciate you, man. Will the Switch 2 raise the price next year? I mean, it's definitely possible. Like with RAM prices going up, it's possible that they do raise the price. Skid, or is it Skillfuls with the $7 dono says, Good evening, OJ. Hope you had a nice day. Thanks for another great stream. When do you think the Pragmata demo will drop for the Switch 2? Thanks. Hey, good question. Thank you for the $5 dono as well. The Pragmata Switch 2 demo. I think it's probably going to drop sometime next week or the week after. I think that's when it's going to drop, probably around the same time as the other demos. So I'm guessing it's going to be the next couple weeks. Next couple weeks here for that demo. But we'll see. Could be sooner. Big love to Skillfludes. I'm probably saying your name wrong. Thank you. You are now the new Stream Ninja. Thank you so much, man, for that big $5 dono. Appreciate that. Yeah, next week is sometime. And yo, Leandromore. Is it Leandromore? I'm probably saying the name wrong. Thoughts on potential order of NSO controllers, handhelds, NDS, 3DS, Wii U. Brazil loves you, man. Yeah, shout outs to the homies in Brazil. And I know how hard it is to make the $50 in Brazil like that. So thank you. The reals, right? Or reels, I think that's what it is. I follow one of you guys as Nintendo Universal guy, Necro Felipe. So hey, big love to you, man. I appreciate. That's a lot of money to drop. So thank you. I appreciate that. And yes, I love Brazil as well. Love you guys down south, my brothers down south. I love you guys so much. Yeah, absolutely. Like, we could get the new NDS, like 3DS, and like we can get like Wii, like virtual console. That stuff can happen. I just don't know when. The Switch 2 is definitely strong enough to run emulation on those. So we'll definitely have to kind of just like wait and see exactly how that all plays out, you know. So yeah. So thank you so much for the 50. I appreciate that. Thank you. Brazilian Real, yes. I love that you guys have like the best name of the money. Brazilian Real. Thank you so much for the big 50, man. I appreciate that. Let's get a little conversion going. All right, 905. Appreciate that. That does enough for the Hokagen Stream Ninja. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Doing good though. Shout outs to Light It Up, man. I'm doing good. I can't complain. So anybody does more than $9.06, you can beat up my man Lean back over there in Brazil. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you. Seeing the Circuit report, do you think that the chance that Prime 4 is #1 on the eShop is because other software is just really low in sales? Andre Seekers is bringing this up. Other software, it's #1 because other software is just really low in sales. Nah, I don't think that's it, because the digital sales have been pretty good overall. Prime 4 is #1 on the eShop because it's selling well. It's selling decent enough. I don't think other games are selling also terrible or anything like that when it comes down to it. eShop sales are usually pretty good. I don't think Pokemon Legends ZA is selling bad. From everything that we know, that Pokemon Legends ZA is selling pretty good. So the fact that Prime 4 is above it in other games just shows that there is healthy sales. So no, not really. I think that's just kind of him just making up something just because he felt like making up something. But no, that doesn't say anything either. So we'll get the sales numbers. We'll get Pokemon Legends sales numbers, and we'll get Metroid Prime sales numbers in February. So we'll see how it does. But nah. What's up, Light It Up, though? Welcome. Shout outs to Lean. Appreciate you. 906. Anyone that's 906 or more, they can beat my man Lean on the top of the board. Ayo. Appreciate that, man. Seriously, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that support. All right, we got 22 on the board, so that gets us to our first extension. Hey, yo, let's go. Big love, combo bricks.
Overclock Buster!
Guys, I have a little bit of a cough, so I'm sorry, a little sick today. My bad, I got a little sick yesterday, so absolutely. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate that. Big love. Big love. I think, hold up. I don't know. Skill. It said you did 7 skill. So good evening, LJ. Had a nice day. Okay, it said 5 in the super. Oh no, it said 7 on the super chat. Oh my bad. 7 on the super. I thought it said 5 for some reason. Okay, I'm tripping. Hold on, give me a second here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15. All right, there we go. 24 on the board. Okay, yeah, 24 on the board. My bad. I thought it said $5. It didn't say 5. It said 7. I'm stupid. So yeah, 24. So 6 combos away. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Let's go. Big love to Lean and is it, let me see, Leandro Moore. Yes, that's how you say it, baby. Leandro Moore. All right, shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. This is gonna be a really long generation of people just randomly making up whatever they feel like talking about whenever they feel like it. Nintendo leaving tons of cash on the table, not having color Joy-Cons. I need red, green, yellow, blue. They're not leaving any cash on the table because you have to have the production first. So once they get the production line down for that, then they'll have it. I mean, trust me, man. They're gonna have a ton of them. So it's not about leaving cash on the table. It's about when it's actually ready. No way Pokemon is low in sales. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty apparent that Pokemon's selling pretty well. So, yeah. Alright, what's up, Alvin? Welcome to the stream. Finally got a 1TB SD card. Nice. How much did you drop on that one? Hades 2 is 25% off on the eShop. Those interested? Yes, it is 25% off. Metroid Prime 4 underperformed. What are the chances of getting Metroid Prime 5? It'll probably still happen because Metroid Prime games are never big sellers, so they'll probably still do it. And if you played Metroid Prime 4, then you kind of know that there's going to be something else after that. So, yeah. People only cover sales when it's convenient or terrible. Grasping the eShop charts is wild. Yeah, grasping at the eShop charts is wild. Like, it's pretty crazy to kind of grasp at the eShop charts to try to make an excuse why Prime 4 isn't, or it's why it's doing so well because other games aren't doing so well. So that's the reason why Prime 4 is doing well on the eShop. Like, it's kind of stupid. I mean, it's really kind of dumb. I mean, people have been waiting for Prime 4 for a very long time. I mean, there is a built-in audience of people who like Prime, so that's the reason why it's doing well in the eShop. It's because people are buying it, you know?
Is there any game that has surprised you on Switch 2 for me? It was probably Outlaws and Metroid Prime 4.
In terms of surprising, yes. I've had a number of games, Justin. Thank you for another $3 dono. I've had a number of games that have surprised me. Yeah, Star Wars Outlaws Prime 4, I think to a degree when you look at like Hyrule Warriors, quite a Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was surprised with some of the stuff that was in some of those games, you know, as well. I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is not bad either. Shout out to Justin. Make him another $3 dono. I mean, oh, we are out here, guys. We are almost at the tier 2 combo breaker, level 2, baby. Let's go. Thanks for 30-minute extension coming up with 3 more combos. Let's go. Appreciate that, man. Let's see here. OJ, hardware sales are down. We're down. Is this a bad for the Switch 2? I mean, they're down for pretty much all systems here in the US. So no, it's not really that bad or big of a problem or anything like that. I mean, it's been selling pretty consistent. I think hardware sales for the Switch 2 were actually up over the previous month. They weren't down, at least according to Paul Gale's what's it called, tracking. So yeah, they were actually up. So no, they're fine. Just like all the other systems. The only system that's not fine is the Xbox Series X. That system's not doing well. But outside of that, every other system's doing well. The other 2 systems that we have are doing well. Portable PCs are getting absolutely smoked. So, I mean, we have 2 systems that are doing well. PS5 and the Switch 2. I jolted Josh with the $10 dono. Says, hey man, how you doing today? I really enjoy watching your videos. Thank you so much. That brings me with a lot of joy that you enjoy watching my videos. Thank you for the huge $10 dono. Thank you so much. Combo breaks, baby. And you guys know what time it is. It is time. My boy, Overclock.
Overclock Buster!
Once again, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Let's see here. Shout out to Flipping the Switch with a $10 dono as well. Yo, what is going on? Let's keep it rolling today. Yo, I appreciate you guys. We out here tonight. Flipping the Switch with another 10. Remember, get your music requests in, too. Get your music requests in for those who drop donos. 47 on the board. Yo, appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate it. Hope I can keep on answering questions.
Overclock Buster!
Let's go, Overclock. Oh, hold up. Let me play it here. Let me play it there.
Overclock Buster!
Saw the Metroid Prime 4 review. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I worked pretty hard on that Metroid Prime 4 review, getting all the footage and all that. So, I know some people didn't like it. They felt that I was being a little bit too... you know, I was fanboying with the game, but you guys saw my review layout, right? Like, I think the problem flipping the Switch is that it's not a problem. It's just the way that people review. People actually don't give the review score. That's the sum of what they think with each part. They hyper focus on one part or another part of the game, which you can put more criteria or put more weight into one part, but you got to judge the game on all parts. And Metroid Prime 4, from a technical perspective, is very, very, very good. So I just averaged out everything that I got. You know, I put the scores, I put it in the blender, and I got a 9 score. So that's from the averages from everything that I grade on. I grade with Metroid Prime 4, I grade on a bunch of different things. I grade on I had presentation, sound design, graphics, control options, gameplay, replayability, and story. So it got a 10 out of 10 presentation, sound design, and graphics. Control options, it got 4 straight 10s on that. Gameplay got a 9 for the green crystals and the what's it called? And the green crystals and enemy variety. So I docked it a point for that. I docked it 4 points for replayability because the replayability is not great. And then I docked it 2 points for the story. So when you put all those in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, divided by that, total up the score, divide that by 7, it came out to 9 on the dot. So that was the score. Thank you flipping the switch, and thank you my man Josh, Jolted Josh. You guys are both Hokages and Stream Ninjas in the house. And I'm gonna get that other dono in just a bit here. Shout outs, guys, I appreciate that. Let me get this board updated. Anybody does 10 or more, you can beat out I Jolted Josh and flipping the switch on both boards. Street Sharks with the $5 says, hey OJ, what's your favorite Christmas gaming memory from back in the day? Wishing you a blessed holiday season and a new year, man. Yeah, I was getting the N64 for sure. Getting the N64, getting like Perfect Dark, or not Perfect Dark, getting Mario 64, getting F-Zero, getting all these cool, games that I got in like 1998. That was like the greatest Christmas ever. So yeah, flipping the switch and Street Shark, no, not Street Sharks, and Jolted Josh. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Can't wait for the new Monolith Soft project. Yes, it's gonna be great. Shout outs to Jolted Josh. But yeah, I had a great and shout outs to Street Sharks. I had a great Christmas in like 1998. Man, that was like the most memorable Christmas of all time. Now I just try to do Christmas presents for people and stuff. I don't really care too much about getting anything for Christmas. I don't need anything. As long as I have my family and my health and you guys, I'm good, So yeah. Shout outs, guys. I appreciate the big support. I'm not touching Starfield, bro. Let's be honest. How many of y'all are gonna play Starfield? I'm not gonna play. I might check out Starfield. I played on the Series X, so I might try it out for review or something. But yeah, it's why don't get numbered scores? They hyper focus on the number. Otherwise, yeah. That's why I did it at the very end. I know some people like a score, so that's kind of how internally I rate games. I do it based off of those parameters. I do it based on sound design, presentation, sound design, or audio design. Presentation, audio design, graphics, control options, gameplay, replayability, and story. That's how I kind of look at every game, and I'll assign a score individually, and then I'll divide it by 7. And that's how I get a score. It's just, that's how I see it. But yeah, like numbers are arbitrary and weird just in general. But it's all good. Let's see, if they would have attached and listened to what you'd see, you were very fair. Yeah, I thought I was very fair. I think that where some people kind of, look at it is like, I think that, gameplay, I think that some people might have went a little bit lower on gameplay, maybe a 6 or a 7, maybe that's where it is. But if you look at the presentation, audio design, graphics, and control options, those are all 10 out of 10s. There's not many Nintendo Switch 2 games that have better than this, or even Switch 1 games that have better than Metroid Prime in terms of all those. Like graphics wise, it's one of the best, easily. So sound design, easily one of the best. Presentation, easily one of the best. Control options, easily one of the best, if not the best, in terms of customization and control options. So right there, that already puts the game up a notch. Now, once again, you can disagree on gameplay, and all that, but everybody has different criteria for reviewing games, which can get to different scores. The fact that you break down each aspect of the game that makes the review much more enjoyable. Yeah, exactly. I break down each one. There's some people that are just like, I hate the Galactic Federation Troopers. Game is a 5 out of 10. It's like, I hate the ending. Game's a 5 out of 10. Or I hate the 5 out of 10. It's like, okay. Or two stars. It's like, that doesn't give you the whole general gist of the game. Like you're putting significantly more weight to one thing than the other. They're all graded somewhat equally for the most part. I do think that gameplay is the most important, but I still feel that my vanilla kind of like having it like, hey, this is what it is. if the gameplay is bad and you rate it bad, the score is not going to be great. I mean, the score is going to be lower than what you'd expect. But games should be rated on multiple different aspects of a game. A game can have bad gameplay and incredible presentation, sound design, and all that, and it's like, okay, well, the gameplay's bad, but these other things are good, you know. So that's kind of how I rate my games. But Metroid Prime 4 gameplay is good. It's really good. Just enemy varieties there and the green crystals. Fixed green crystals and enemy variety, which I docked a whole point for. 0.5, 0.5 on each one of those becomes a better game, you know. So yeah. Biggest criticism of Starfield is that it was boring. Rumors say the big patch will add tons of new content. I mean, yeah, like Starfield 9 is better than it was at launch. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Prime 4 seems to have been having legs in the US. Still number 1 on the eShop, number 10 on the Nintendo Switch 1 eShop, and still number 20 on Amazon. Just refuses to drop beyond where it's at. Oh, you put in the beyond in that one, yeah. Shout outs, let's go. Shout outs to Street Sharks, man. I appreciate you, fam. Wish you a blessed holidays and all that too. Thank you so much for your support. Let's go ahead and add that in. We're at 52 on the board. Boys and girls, we're almost at that 1 hour extension already. Let's go. Big love, guys. Combo breaks. Since we're approaching New Year's in a couple weeks, what has been your most favorite Switch 2 game this year? Well, yeah, I'll have my Switch 2 top 10 games or top 25 games. I'll have that coming up, so look out for that video, Gaming One Gamer Boy. Do you like going to the cinema? No, not really. Honestly, your style is fine, but a tweak would be to base on newcomer to the series versus established vets want. I mean, like, the thing about that, it's too hard to do something like that. Like, how do you give a rating to newcomers versus established vets? Like, I think that kind of just happens with, like, within the gameplay, within the replayability, within the story. I think that all of those, you can judge it kind of all on that, right? Like, especially like gameplay and replayability and controls. These are all things that vets or newcomers, you know, is transparent with that. So I don't know what would that category even be? What would the rating be? Like, if you're a newcomer, it's a 10. If you're a vet, you're this. So I mean, I don't know, man. To me, I don't really look at games that way. I look at it as, this is the game and this is what I'm playing. And sure, if you're a vet, you can mention it, but I don't know if it's going to be a metric that I'll use to judge a game on. I think that it's cool and it's something that you can point out for sure. But I'm a veteran to the Metroid Prime series, and I didn't feel one way or another about playing the game. You know, like, sure, there's some things that are different than the other Metroid Prime games, but it's been so long since the other Metroid Prime games, I don't care, you know, about the other Metroid Prime games like that. It's not like I don't need to have some type of continuation. You know, I'm just judging the game based off of me playing the game right then and there. So, I mean, I see what you're saying for sure. And maybe there might be other games, like, let's say, like Xenoblade or something like that, where it might be more apparent, like newcomers compared to vets. But, yeah, in this sense, I mean, I don't know what else I could have said outside of, I'm not sure. I don't know how to rate that. That's never been something that I've looked at in terms of reviews. If there's an issue, like in terms of if it does something better before, when like newcomers might not know, then maybe you bring it up in the review. But I don't know if it's going to be a metric, you know. I like the fact that you actually were rational with your review. It's insane how people are able to take Metacritic scores just by they rant about one character. Yeah, I mean, once again, that's why I said, like, reviews, you probably shouldn't be listening to other people's reviews, to be honest. Like, a lot of people, you know, not that you shouldn't be listening, but like, a lot of people have very irrational review scales. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have very irrational review scales. They'll weight things. One game can be incredible. If they don't like one thing, all of a sudden that thing causes them to put the game all the way down to something. So a lot of people have irrational ways to how they look at games. I mean, look at all the clickbait that we see on YouTube all the time. So, you know, my reviews are vanilla, but at the same time, I think they're fair across the board. Like, I don't like Starfield, but if I reviewed Starfield, I guarantee you it wouldn't get a bad score. It'd probably get a decent score. Just because I don't like a certain thing, that doesn't mean... I mean, the gameplay in Starfield, I'll probably give it a lower score, right? I'll probably give it like a 7 or something like that. That doesn't mean the whole game. The game, it's going to be good in other stuff, like graphics and other control, like all that stuff's going to be good, you know? So, even if I don't like the gameplay or even if I don't like something, or if I click, I mean, I'm going to rate the game, you know, fairly. I'm going to rate it when I play it like how it is. I'm not going to, you know, make all sorts of weird things and exceptions and rules out of nowhere. That's not how I rate games, you know. So yeah. 2026 seems like it's going to be an amazing time for cinema. So many great films are coming out. Yeah, I don't really go to the cinema, Tiara. So I mean, like, what are you looking forward to in 2026? Also, if you're touching a new game, if you're touching on a new game, and what would hook you? Not saying the category strictly. If you're touching on a new game, what would hook you? Okay. I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, if it pops up in my mind, then I'll do it. But I mean, if it's not, what you're saying isn't natural to me as much. I get it though. Like I get it for like newcomers compared to not. But like I said, I guess that kind of goes away from the fundamental of how I play games. I don't look at games whether I'm coming from a newcomer or not, which I know a lot of people do, but I just don't. I don't care. Like I just just talk about the game, how the game is. I don't care if you're a newcomer or not to the game, but I mean I get it though. I get it for sure. Like if you're a newcomer to Prime or whatever, or to like Xenoblade, I guess like it might be like, okay, well if you're a newcomer, it's gonna be harder to pick up and play than other people are. But I don't know. I think the game has built-in tutorials, right? I think for newcomers, how good are the tutorials? That's what helps them get better at the game or kind of build things in. So I mean, obviously Prime is pretty good for newcomers. But yeah, I just judged it based off of my experience and just based off of and I told people that, hey, look, I played the other Prime games, so I mean I see what you're saying for sure. But I guess I mean you can kind of speak for other people that are newcomers, But as not a newcomer myself, it's kind of hard to put myself exactly in their shoes, because I've been playing Prime games for forever. So yeah. Let's see here. I like Starfield. I'm sick of people just love being negative with Bethesda. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Starfield's a bad game by any means. Extra characters in Metroid Prime 4 are not bad at all. I actually find Miles to be hilarious. Yeah, I thought he was pretty funny too at times. So yeah, I didn't really have an issue with the extra characters, but some people did. So yeah. I like Prime 4. Don't care what others people's matter of fact. Prime 4 is my favorite Prime. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people feel that Prime 4 is their favorite one. Kind of like how a lot of people feel that Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild are their favorite Zelda games, despite the other games being, being very highly applauded and people really liking those. But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying for sure. PS5 still carries in Europe $2 million in a month for a 5-year-old system. Yeah, that's about right where it's supposed to be hitting its stride. Like 5 years old that's about where you're supposed to be hitting your peak sales because you have a large established base of games and everything like that. So it actually makes sense that the PS5 did so well. Plus, another reason why PS5 did so well, they had big discounts, over $100 or so in many different regions or many different areas. They've already had multiple price increases in Europe, so a lot of European gamers were like, oh, this is my opportunity. This is my chance to get a PS5 while it's discounted because the price could go up because it's already went up a few times. So good deal when it comes to that, and PS5 did great.
Am I a newcomer to Prime? I played halfway through all the other Prime games.
No, you're not a newcomer to Prime. You've played it before, Justin. So that's like half newcomers, kind of newcomers. Although I don't know if the 2 million number is for real. I think that's VG Charts. That's not official, so we gotta wait for the official numbers. VG Charts isn't 100% reliable. So shout outs. Thank you so much, Justin, with the $3 dono. I appreciate that. Big love. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think the big discount and of course the fear of the prices going up definitely had people just say, let me just pick it up now so I can get a good deal on it. So yeah. Thank you for the $3 dono, Justin. That does make you back at the top with the $12 for the Hokage. Anybody that's $12 more, you can get my man Justin on the board. And of course, if you already supported, just subtract the difference. Thank you so much, Justin. I appreciate that. Big love. Tanner Ward beat out Jolted Josh and flipping the switch on the Stream Ninja board. Yo, we are out here. Thank you for that. 5 combos away from the hour-long extension. I feel like people will feel different about Starfield when it comes to PS5 and Switch 2. Well, they'll have all the updates, so people will be getting the game with all the updates, which is better than the base game. No, I haven't seen Welcome to Dare yet. Understand just how would ever represent what all newcomers and what all vets of IP would care to know about a game. It feels like there would be too much variance and try to measure that. Yeah, I mean, if I did, Huddy, to Dank's point, it'd be a very base level thing. It wouldn't really go in depth. I'd be like, hey, look, if you're a Metroid Prime 4 veteran, or if you're a Metroid Prime veteran, this is definitely a bit of a change. you know, in terms of some of the structure of it. But if you're a newcomer, I mean, you could, you know, walk into this and play it and it'd probably feel pretty cool, you know? So, I mean, maybe something like that, which I kind of did touch on a little bit, but I mean, obviously not too much. But yeah, there's definitely something that I can, I mean, I can potentially go into like the next review. I want to do a review of Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, but we'll see if I get around to it. So yeah. People conveniently ignore that PS4 was doing great numbers and beating Switch 1 in some months when it was new. Guys, if I were you, I wouldn't really engage in people that are going on this month-to-month console sales war. It's kind of stupid. Let's see how the generation plays out. You got to do that like with Switch 1. That's how it kind of happened with Switch 1. People were boasting and talking about sale, PS4 beating this and that. And at the end of the day, what's going to matter is after a number of years. After like 3-4 years, how does it sit? Where is it at after that? Not in the first month or during this month or that month. I mean, it's good. It's fun to talk about it, I guess. But I think the Switch 1 got me wary about doing stuff like that in terms of in the beginning between Switch 1 and PS4. So yeah, it's going to be, I mean, both systems sold well. When it comes to PS5, that sold really well. Switch 2 sold good. Japan, it's selling really well. Sold another 190,000 units this past week. So, I mean, none of us make any of that money. I just want to see developers. It sells well enough for developers to make games for the platform. That's all I care about. I don't care about actually outselling PS5 or anything because that's stupid. We don't make any of the money, and I bought a PS5. So, if I really cared about Nintendo selling more than PS5, I would not buy a PS5. I bought 3 PS5s at this point, between a PS5 Pro, PS5 base, and then a PS5 base for my wife. So, like, if I really felt like PS5 not doing well, or if I really got upset with that, then I wouldn't support the PS5. So it's kind of stupid. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, the PS5 could outsell Switch 2 2-1 for all I care. I don't care about that. All I care about is that the Switch 2 does well enough to where it gets games, where developers feel that it's worth it. And we just got announced this patch for the Switch 2, so they feel it's worth it.
I have been seeing some people at the Walmart side merchandise returning the Xbox ROG Ally, the cheaper one. I'm guessing they didn't know it was a PC.
They thought it was they thought it was an Xbox. Yeah, shout outs Justin, big love. So yeah, big love on that one, big love. Thank you so much for the support, Justin, with the 15 on the combo board. Let's go. Anybody that's 15 or more, you can put Justin on the board. Let's go. 2 more combos and we got the hour-long extension. Nintendo's not buying Square Enix, nah. Battlefield, fair enough. Yeah, some high-level stuff would be probably add value, yeah. Battlefield 6, best-selling game in the US year-to-date, according to Sakana. Black Ops 7 is, I told you have to outsell them this time. Well, yeah, that's not worldwide sales, though. So, I mean, I think once we get worldwide sales, that's just US sales. So, we'll see about worldwide sales. Looks like Microsoft shouldn't have abandoned the Kinect with the new console thing doing so well. A side project is what should have been done and sold separately. Yeah, I think that probably would have been the better option, was to sell it separately, like the Xbox 360. I think they made a mistake in selling it together. But yeah, I think obviously Microsoft is probably kicking themselves that they didn't do it a better way than that NXT or whatever that next system is. So yeah. Let's see here. Glad you're streaming, brother. Work was rough today. Yeah, I had a little bit of a rough day too, so I'm with you. We can share the bond today, my boy. It was a little bit rough for me as well. Not the best day for me either. Nothing to do at work though. I mean, a little bit to do work, some stuff outside. Just real busy, more like it. So, but yeah, I feel you, man. What happened? Are you okay? Hopefully you're doing good. Little nuance is the full checklist as a subjective to the person regardless of familiarity. Chase of appeal to newcomers would be a better gauge. Reviewers would make a separate piece. Yeah, like I said, listen, when it comes to the reviews thing, I'm probably just gonna do reviews my way. You know, like I said, if I remember to kind of add in what you're saying, I will. But most of the time, I just judge a game based on the game. I don't really put too much of an emphasis on newcomers or not. I mean, unless it's completely obtuse or messed up, like if you're a newcomer and it doesn't tell you how to play. But if the game tells you how to play, and if the game tells you, you know, how to play the game, and it tells you what you're doing, like I'm not gonna really base it off of previous games and like what happened in those games and all that. I'm really just going to judge the game on the game. Then of course, if there's nice ties back, then I can tell you, but I'm really not going to really go in depth or go in detail into, oh well, if you're a newcomer, if you're this, like this is not my style, man. It's just not my style. I get why some people do that, but it's just not for me. I'm going to go over the game, I'm going to rate the game based off that, and that's going to be it, you know. So that's just my style. I don't really go into it like, you know, too much. Like when I reviewed, you know, what's the other previous game that I reviewed, like when I reviewed Metaphor, Like I wasn't, oh, well, if you're into Persona and you played Persona a million times, and if you did that, like I didn't do all that. I just based it on the game itself. So, and I maybe tied it back a little bit, but you know, I'm not gonna really go too far or too in depth into stuff like that, you know. But once again, if it's not inviting, if I'm a newcomer to the franchise and it's not inviting to me, I'll definitely mention it. And if it inhibits the gameplay, then I'll definitely mention it and I'll be like, hey, this is an issue, you know. So yeah. What graphics mode did you play with? MP4 person? I went with 1080p 120. Yeah, I went with 1080p 120 FPS performance mode. So yeah. Shout outs to Max only though. Is it me or does it feel like new Switch 2 games gets announced like every day? It's pretty much every week we're getting new announcements, House Gang. So I don't think it's really you. Like we're getting a lot of new announcements for games just because once again the Switch 2 is selling really well. So since the Switch 2 is selling really well, people are gonna make games for it. That's all that matters. Like I said, I don't care if it outsells Xbox or PlayStation. That doesn't really matter to me. If it does great and it sells well, that's good. I want to see it do well. The only thing that I kind of stick it to people about are the people that say that it was gonna fail. That's what I'm like, okay, yeah, well, it sold this or it did better than this, and okay, but I don't care. The total number doesn't matter to me. Just like I don't care that the Wii sold more than the. How many times do I bring up the Wii that sold more than the 360 and PS3? Or how many times do I bring up the Wii outsold the PS4? I don't care. I only bring it up when people act stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't see me saying, oh my God, did you see me making a bunch of videos and saying, oh my God, Switch 1 outsold PS4? No, I only brought it up when it was relevant to a subject topic or something. So I don't care. Like, I don't get any of that money. All I want is that for it to do well so we actually get games, so then I can actually make a business and do things off of those games. We can actually get games and have stuff to talk about. I just don't want it to be like the Wii U era, you know, where we're not getting any new game announcements. It's been like, you know, where you go months without getting new game announcements and all that. So yeah. Trails in the Sky second chapter has been announced. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, I think a little bit, and people are talking about today. I mean, we already knew that it was coming. So yes, it's been announced. Zombie Tech Bad. So we'll get that next year. When does Final Fantasy VII Remake come out on Switch 2? January 22nd. Let's see here. So FF7 Remake definitely has a confirmed release date. It's January 22nd, 2026. So, absolutely. I think it's still. I still think it was the right call for a game to give hints to where to go next. More people be able to beat it since getting lost in Metroidvania is easy. I think that having the option to turn it on and off would have been good. But yeah, I think overall it's probably a good idea. But just giving the option was good. Would have been better. When does I already read that. My bad. Looking forward to that Mario Tennis game in February. Been a lot of great games to play between Switch 2 and the Switch 1 back catalog. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Do you ever pick up the DS or the Game Boy for this sense of nostalgia? Good quality game that you like? Not really. DS or Game Boy, no, because my hands are too big. So I don't really play a lot of the old Nintendo portables because my hands are just way too big. When I was a kid, though, or when I was younger, yeah, I could hold those systems a bit better. But now my hands are just way too big for like. It feels like I'm playing like a little like a little fiddle. You know, so I don't really look at the. I don't really play the old school Game Boy games. I do. I mean, there is NSO and all that, but to be honest, man, I don't have a huge fond. I would say like. I don't have like a huge fond like nostalgia for like Game Boy games and all that. I did have a Game Boy Color, and I did have like a DS and all that, but it wasn't really till 3DS when I really started getting into like the portable gaming like that. I mean, I did play Pokemon, which I love that game, and I did play some stuff on DS Pokemon, which I love that, and I have a number of games, but really it was the 3DS that really I played a lot more. But I wouldn't say I have nostalgia for a ton of that stuff, or like for Game Boy. I don't have nostalgia for like a bunch of Game Boy, even though I played it a lot. You know, like the other day, I played my 3DS. I still have it right here. I played, what was it, Pokemon? I think I still have Pokemon in here. Yeah, I played Pokemon White 2, and like it was so clunky, and it was so clunky, and it was so not great. I had to cut it off. It was just clunky, man. Like the controls, the movement, I wasn't vibing at all with it, not at all. So Yeah, I had to cut that off. You know. Um. So yeah, favorite 3DS game, Fire Emblem. What about the GBA Fire Emblem? The GBA Fire Emblem games are okay. They're okay. Let's see. Super interesting. People love White 2. I prefer Gen 4. No, White 2 and Black 2 and all those games are great. I'm just saying in today's day, it was like how they move and how slow it is and all that. I can't do that anymore. Like it was cool for the time. I played Diamond and Pearl and Black and White and all of that. So so yeah, absolutely. Just loud voice. Are you a bot, bro? Ego Maniac. He's probably just foreign, man. He's probably just foreign. So yeah. Let's see. Platinum saved Gen 4, but Black and White or Platinum saved Gen 4. Pokemon Platinum, but Diamond and Pearl sold pretty well though. Sold pretty well even before that. Rams or Seahawks, OJ? I want the Seahawks to win. I want the Seahawks to win because the Seahawks are better. No, the Seahawks are not better, I don't think. But I want the Seahawks to win because it helps the Niners out. But either way, here's the thing about it. If the Seahawks win, the Niners have a chance at the #1 seed. If the Rams win, the Niners go up to the #5 seed. So it really doesn't, or they have a chance to go up to the #5 seed. So it really doesn't matter. Either way, it's a good thing for the Niners tonight. Tonight's gonna be a good night for the Niners, regardless. You know. So yeah. The best Pokemon games were Gen 1, 2, and 3. That's it. I mean, sure. People have their favorites in terms of Gen Pokemon games and all of that. So yeah. Let's see here. Can they lose? Can they both lose? That'd be nice, but no. They both can't lose. Absolutely not. No. That'd be great though. I mean, I guess if it ends in a tie doesn't help us either. So yeah, we need somebody to lose. Bots are people too. No, Loud Boys is not banned. No, you're not. You don't have to leave, Loud Boys. You're good. Like I said, he's probably just foreign, guys. He's probably just maybe foreign. So that's the reason why it just sounds a little bit awkward. He's just communicating. It's all good. No need at all. It's all good. You don't have to leave. So yeah. Let's see here. Bad weather could make the majority of the game a running game. It could be. I think bad weather definitely favors the Seahawks because of the Rams' high-flying offense. So Seahawks definitely have a little bit of advantage. So yeah. Let's see here. General Zamora says weather doesn't look too bad right now, but it could get worse. Yeah. The best Pokemon game is Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. That's a great Pokemon game. You know? Great Pokemon game. Was I seeing your Monolith Soft video players? So I'm ready for some new updates from those guys. Yeah, for those who missed it, Monolith Soft put out a interview series with Nintendo based off of what's gonna happen with the based off of what's it called? Based off of what Monolith Soft could be doing next, you know? What Monolith Soft could be doing next overall, and what they have, and they're going to be a core part of the Zelda team going forward. So that's the big thing right there, man. That's the big thing. So yeah. Best Pokemon game was literally Digimon World 1. Yeah, I don't think so. But it's okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next when it comes to Monolith Soft in the next Zelda game. I think it's going to be a bit sooner than people think, you know? So yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. I would love that crossover. Yeah, me too, man. I would love for that crossover to happen. Andre said Monolith Software's next game will be Ocarina of Time remake. Yeah, I don't think their next game is Ocarina of Time remake, but you never know. Maybe it's part of it. Maybe it's part of it, but I don't think so. But we'll see. We will see. We will see overall. Hit that like button though, guys. If you guys have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming out here. Appreciate you guys. 2 combos away as well. The hour-long extension. Let's go. Do you expect for us to drip feed switch to updates for Xenoblade? I mean, I don't know, man. People have been asking us that for a while now in terms of what could happen. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with that. We'll have to wait and see in terms of that. So whether they drip feed or they do it but normal, I don't care as long as they get them done at some point. So yeah, as long as they get it done, that's cool. Do you think there'll be a Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X in 2026? Possibly. Probably just like a free update patch or something. But they could do an official Switch 2 edition. They could. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they will. I think it might be more likely that they just do an update. They just do a patch or something like that. So yeah. Bring back dungeons. Bring back dungeons. We'll see. I think it meant AI. Video games are going to be insane. Quantum computers could bring real virtual reality. Yeah, people say that now, and then once we actually get that, I don't think it's going to be what you're envisioning. I don't think it's going to be what you're actually envisioning, you know? Let's see. I don't think Zelda games will follow the Breath of the Wild formula. I don't think they want it restricted by that. Yeah, I think the Wild era is over. I think they're gonna do, they're gonna do the what's it called? They're gonna do something different or something new. So yeah, I don't see them doing like a Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom type of game going forward again, you know? So yeah. Looking forward to more collabs between Zelda and Xenoblade. I don't think there's gonna be many collabs like in per se between those two franchises. I mean, we only got one really. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of that. Probably not. You know. Hey, what's up, Mr. Purr? Welcome. I just hope Zelda game is open world. Breath of the Wild is my go. I mean, I don't think it's gonna not be open world in some sense, but I think it might be a bit more, you know, where like, hey, you got to go to this dungeon, get this thing that solves this thing, then go to this next thing. So I think it might be more like that. Yeah, they're not gonna make a sequel to Wind Waker either. I don't think they're gonna do that. So that's not gonna be a thing. I think they're gonna do like a new Zelda, a new version of Hyrule, a new Zelda, a new Link. I don't think they're gonna do anything like, oh, we're gonna do like Wind Waker 2, because they already kind of did that. They did Wind Waker, they did Spirit Tracks, they did you know, Phantom Hourglass. Those are all kind of sequels, right? Those are all kind of like already sequels to Wind Waker. So yeah, I don't see them doing that again. Wind Waker is great, but I just don't see them doing that at all. What's up, Jake? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, brother? I'm having fun with Metro Prime 4 until they asked me to find a random person in the desert. Find a random person in the desert? What, Tokabi? That guy? So they asked you to find a random person? What mission's that? I don't remember that mission. But I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, the place is small as hell. So, I mean, if you couldn't find him, I don't know. The area's not that big. Let's see here. Going on 2 hours looking for some random NPC in the desert. Yeah, I don't know what mission you're talking about. Tokabe? Or what or that Tobaki, that guy? Who are you talking about? Random NPC in the desert? Who are you talking about? You talk about him, that's easy. It's very simple. This place is small. He's right by, if you're talking like the first image you have to find him, he's right by Flare Pool. If that's what you're looking for. He's right by Flare Pool in a little encampment right by Flare Pool. If that's who you're talking, which I think that's who you're talking about because I don't remember anything. Yeah, the first time he's right by Flare Pool. He's right there. Look for the smoke. He's right there. You can't miss it. Follow the smoke signals. Yeah, he's by Flare Pool. The first time he's right there with the smoke signal. He's got a campfire going. I still want HD 2D remake of original Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. The fact that you've been driving around for 2 hours, though, I mean, just shows that, are you not using your map? When you go by the map, just look at the map and go into every single square. How did you miss that? How can you miss that? It's pretty easy. I think there's a story, there is a story beat happening. He will not spawn until the stories progress. He will not spawn until the stories progress. Well, he's saying that he has to find him. So, I mean, like, I don't know. If that's where he needs to go next, that's where he needs to go next. Let's see. I can't even imagine the next Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom was top tier game. Yeah. I think the next Legend of Zelda is going to be crazy. Like, I can't wait to see, like, just what it is. Like, I'm down, like, with the whole, you know, whatever, you know, but like I don't mind the whole, you know, the wild era. I thought the wild era was good, but yeah, definitely moving on from that and getting to something new, getting something different is good. You know, I can't wait for that. So cannot wait to see what they do next. OJ just picked up let's see here. OJ just picked up Chrono Trigger. Man, it's so good. Maybe bad at navigation in the game though. Bad at navigation. Why would, it's not an open world game. I don't know how you're bad at navigation. I mean, there's only a few different places to go in any continent or map, so yeah. Cleared the whole map, collected all the green crystals. No, Tobaki. Yeah, I think at this point, Bluntsy, I don't know if you're missing something or if something happened, but yeah, I don't know what to tell you, brother. I don't think none of us had a problem with that, so I'm not sure why or whatever. I don't even remember the mission where they said that he's out there, to be honest. I just remember I ran into him, and that was that. And he gives you an item, and that's that, you know. Let's see here. But Nintendo is very unpredictable. That's what makes them great. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure. Double-edged sword. Yeah, we already told him where he was. It's right by Flare Pool, southeast area. But he's saying that he's not there, that he searched up and down and he's not there, so I don't know what to tell you. Tukawi will also move afterward every time you find him. Get a missile upgrade. He's always in the he's always near a zone entrance. Yeah. He'll be in other places and he'll give you other things. Just get good at playing games. This one's super easy. Go look up a YouTube video. You sound like a tourist non-gamer. Why are you being so mean? He just can't find him. There's no need to be that mean. Goodness gracious. No need to be that mean. So yeah. So yeah. No need to be that mean. Yo, shout outs to Hyper Bison. Thank you for the 49 months. Says, hey OJ, how's it going? I just beat Metro Prime 4 yesterday. Now I can return from my media blackout. Did I miss anything good? No, I don't think. No, you didn't miss anything good. You're good. Justin with another 3.
Does the NPC have a smoke signal too? Also, I'm so ready for next year's hype.
Yes, he did have a smoke signal, and yes, I'm ready for the next year's hype. I am ready for it, man. I am ready to go for next year. Shout outs, thank you so much, Mr. Justin, extending the lead to 18 on the board. Ayo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the big $3 dono. Anybody does 18 or more, they can beat out Justin on the board. Combo breaks, and you guys know what time it is. Noah and Mio, 1 hour flying through the skies. Yeah, I know you were playing around, but it's all good. Once he's cool. He just, I mean, listen, it's not the most fun thing to do. Shout outs, thank you so much. Justin with another 3. Jolted Josh and flipping the switch. Still the top stream ninjas though with the 10. And if there's 10 or more, you can beat them out. And Justin, like I said, rolling with the 18 today. Appreciate that. 61 on the board. Hey yo, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. In the words of Thumper, if you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. The Legend of Zelda, Shadow of the Deku Tree. Shadow of the Erd Tree. What's up, Shaw X? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What's up, Alan? Welcome. How are you? I mean, Starfield was revealed for Nintendo Switch 2. Well, rumored, right? Grid Legends, Dispatch, Divinity, Original Sin 2. Got a Switch 2 upgrade, so you missed out a few things. Oh, okay. You're talking about that type of stuff. Okay. Yeah, you were on a media blackout, so, like, did you not look at any media anywhere? Is that what happened? Is that what happened overall? Yo, fire on hair, also with the $5. Yo, I appreciate that. Thank you for the big 5. Hit that like button, too, guys. I appreciate that. I hit that like button. Remember, I mean, I don't think we've had a single music request today from the donos. So, if you drop a dono and you want a music request, let me know, and I got you. Shout out 66 on the board. We are going
Even further beyond.
trying to get to that 100 combo breaker. We will get a platinum streak, get an extension. Let's go. Big love. OJ, I'm loving P3 on Switch. I'm glad I waited. Nice. Let's go. I think the new Zelda will be something different, but I don't think it'll be smaller than Tears of the Kingdom. I think it will. I think that creating a world that size on the Switch 2 is going to be difficult to do in any good amount of time. So I think they're going to make it more dense and packed and make it packed like with some dungeons or something. Dude wants me to get good at navigating. I mean, the fact that you're having a problem, I mean, you do kind of have to get good here, Bluntsy, because it's like, I don't think anybody really had a problem with that, but you're the first person. But I mean, like, I get it though. Like, you know, I mean, you are kind of playing trash right now, but like, I don't think he should say it like that though. because that area is way too small. But I mean, I get you though. I feel you. Like if you don't know what you're looking for, then you don't know what you're looking for. You know. So yeah. Are the rumors about Metroid Prime 5 leaks true or just random speculation? I think it's more speculation than it being real. But I think that if you play Prime 4 and you beat Prime 4, I mean, obviously, it seems likely that they'll do Prime 5, you know. Did Starfield just get announced for Switch 2? It's been rumored for Switch 2 for a while now. We just got like another rumor that it is, you know. Nashville insists Nintendo approved 2 Metroid Prime games because the story was too expansive for one game. He's right. He's right more than wrong. The game does seem to set up a sequel. Yeah. I think there's going to be another game. I'm almost positive there'll be another game in this series, and they'll take what they learned. You know, they'll take the feedback from the first game and make the second game better. You know. So that's what I think will happen. That's what I think. Windows Central mentioned Starfield, PS5, and Switch 2, so I'll take it as official. Oh, okay, yeah, Windows Central, that's true. Windows Central did say that. So if Windows Central says it, you know, then obviously, you know, that's a thing, you know? That's a thing. Even Stevie Wonder could find that. The Stevie Wonder blind jokes, you gotta like them. Yo, what's up, Kyle Kong? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, Kyle? Big love, like always. Big love. Let's go. Did you talk about November sales already? Yeah, we discussed it, really, but I mean, we don't have anything official right now outside of the MPD charts. So I mean, there's not really much more to say. I mean, Switch 2 did good in November. PS5 did really good in November. PS5 did better in the US when it comes to US sales. Did better in Japan, or did worse in Japan. Europe, it did really good. Switch 2 seems to be balanced throughout all the different regions. So I mean, there ain't much more to say outside of that. We already talked about the MPD back when that came out, and I mean, I don't know. I don't really go off of VG charts, so I don't do sales numbers off of VG charts. So there ain't really much else to say. Let's see here. We're just gonna see my comments. What's up? I'm doing good, man. How are you? Coming down with something. OJ, many of us in NYC are feeling like dookie. Yeah, I got a little sick yesterday, the day before. So yeah. I saw Kiwi Talks saying that they lost talent. The people who worked on level design come from other companies. People who did the art were veterans from Retro. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I don't know about all that. That could be the case, but we'll see about that. I mean, the next game and all that. Every team loses talent. I mean, Retro Studios been around for a long time, so yeah, I doubt it's all the same people that were at Retro 20 years ago when they were making Metroid Prime 1. I don't think it's the exact same people, so yeah. You ever buy food after a tough day and the food sucks? Oh man, yeah, I definitely have. I've been any scenario that you can think of in terms of a range of emotions and things that have happened in life. I've been through a lot of them, so definitely not fun. Like you can have a not good day, and then you know you have even a worse day because you buy some food and that food's not that great, you know. So yeah. Hey, what's up, J Views? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What is good? What is good? But yeah. I mean, sure, Retro lost talent, but they also went to a hiring spree and gained a lot of talent. Bottom line, they made a banger, so we still got that. Yeah, and I think things are going to get better with the next game and whatever they do next, you know? So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Daniel C? Welcome. A lot of retros moved on. Kiwi Talks had some good interviews with the retro studios. Yeah. He's talked. A lot of them have moved on. Some of them have stayed. So we've all been there. Long day, long bad day. You finally eat, and that is trash. Terrible feeling. Or just like I said, just pressure and stress sometimes from just whatever job or from whatever the case is. I mean, for me, a lot of stress sometimes from places that I don't need to get stress from, but You know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Sometimes that it just happens to work out that way. You know. Let's see here. The beat of this song kind of reminds me of the Sensual Seduction by Snoop Dogg. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Justin with another $3 dono. Let's go.
Now that the PS5 sold more than the Switch 2 in November, do you think Nintendo should just make movies or put their games on PS5?
Yeah, they should
Tears
just
of joy, lol.
shut it all down. Just put it all on PS5 with the system that was discounted by $100. Yeah, I don't know. If I sound a bit disillusioned by it, because it's the same stuff that we heard with the Switch 1, so it's like, oh, okay, been here, done that. Also, like I said, I don't get any, what's it called? I mean, I just want to, once again, I said it before, I'll say it again. I just want to see Switch 2 do well enough. Like, if it sells well, then I'm okay. I don't care about which one sells more, because I don't get any money from, you know, from Sony or from Nintendo based on what sells more. I don't care about that. I just want good competition. I actually wish Xbox sold more. That's what I truly want. Like, the fact that Xbox isn't selling more, it contributed to having a pretty low November for the US sales, but all that matters to me is that it sells well enough to get the games, to get third-party games. So it's gonna do that. So, but yeah, I know Justin's just messing around though. Thank you for the $3 dono. 69, very nice on the board. Combo breaks, appreciate that. We are 31 combos away from that next extension. Let's go. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. 31 combos away. Let's see, comparing sales between consoles can boost competition. Comparing sales between consoles can boost competition. Not really. I don't really think it boosts competition, more so that when it comes to third-party developers, no. Comparing it, no. Third-party developers are going to put their games out on the systems that are selling well. So if a system is selling well, they're going to put it out on there. They don't kind of gauge like, oh, well, this sold better than this, so therefore now we're going to, like, they don't really do it like that. So the competition doesn't really come from that. It just comes from it doing well. So let me give you guys a perfect example of this. Ultimately, the Switch 1 blew out the PS4 in sales. I mean, not blew it out, but it sold significantly better. That's irrelevant in terms of what developers are thinking when they put out a game on a system, when they put out a game on a Switch or to a Switch 2. Switch 2 might sell 20 million less than PS4 when it's all said and done, right? That's not going to matter to them. All that matters to them is that it's doing well. Now, when it comes to the company itself, sure, they can have some competition there. Maybe they feel that they need to adjust or change based off what the competition is doing. But overall, when it comes to third-party developers, they just care that it sells well. I don't care about the total number, who outsells who on top of that. Because once again, that doesn't matter to me. That doesn't get us anything more. Like, sure, I want it to do as well as it can. Great. I want every system to do well. But comparing a console war doesn't really matter to me. Like, what does more each month or what does more? All I want is for it to do well enough, for it to do good. That's all I want. That's why I mentioned it. It's like, oh, this is doing good. This is not doing good. Here's why we're getting this. Here's why we're not. So I don't care about actually comparing, like, if one sells, like I said, I don't make a bunch of videos saying, haha, Switch 2 outsold this and this. I say, hey, look, it did well and it proved people wrong. I say that, but I don't care that it did better than like I said, I bought all those systems. So the fact that I supplied my money to PS5 and PS4 and PS3 doing well. So why would I care if one does better than the, like, what sells more? It doesn't matter. I bought both of them. You know, I bought the Xbox as well. So to me, it makes no sense in that respect to worry about that, you know? Let's see, OJ, you got the Seahawks or Rams tonight. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks just because I want them to win, because it gives the Niners a better chance to get the #1 seed. Let's see here. Arkham's Grim 6283 with the $1.99 says, what's good, OJ? Shout outs to the chat. Hey, shout outs to Arkham's Grim. Thank you for the $1.99, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the thank you. If you guys want, well, I'm gonna ask again. I just gotta say this. If you guys gotta suggest some music. The first people that are dropping a dono, give me a music track to play so I can play something for you guys. Justin with the
But
3
OJ,
as well.
didn't you forget when you turn on your Switch 2 the first time, there's fine print that says if the Switch 2 sells the most, we all get $20.
What?
Lol, I'm having a fun night. Lol.
We all got $20 if the Switch 2 sells well. Let's go, man. We all get $20 if the Switch 2 sells well. Yo, let's go, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Shout outs. Thank you for the big 3. Appreciate that, Justin. 24 on the board. Anybody that's 24 or more that can beat out Justin on the board. 26 combos away. Hey, yo, appreciate that. 26 combos away from the platinum streak. Switch 2 sold just as much in November 2025 as Switch 1 did in 2017. Wait, Switch 2 sold just as much November 2025 as Switch 1 did in November 2017. And we all know how that turned out. Yeah, I think it's weird that people are talking. It's super weird to me, considering we just got off of Switch 1, and once again, we still have a bunch of big games that are going to be coming out. It's not about the first number of months, I mean, obviously you want to get off to a good start, but like I said before, Switch 2 is selling great, in my opinion. It's selling pretty good. It's pretty much already outsold. It's outsold the Wii U. It outsold the Wii U officially in Japan already, and I think it's going to get close to the GameCube in the first year or so. Obviously, it's going to pass up the GameCube, next year at some point. So for me, it's been doing well. It's more about just getting the big games out next year, seeing what the lineup is. But yeah, I don't care if it sold better, if PS4 or PS5. Like when PS4 sold better, I didn't care. I don't care if PS5 sells better. That's irrelevant. November, big discounts on PS5. Obviously, the price has been going up for that system. So people picked it up, and that's good. I bought one, not at Black Friday, but I bought one already. So for me, at least, it's more about what the games are coming out and what games come to the system. Like I said, Dispatch is coming. That's good. Assassin's Creed just dropped. That's good. Obviously Star Wars Outlaws was great. FF7 Remake, Intergrade. That's good. Resident Evil 9. That's good. So more games. System does well. More games come out. That's really the most important thing at the end of the day. OJ, favorite anime fight, or at least one of your favorite fights in anime? Favorite anime fight, probably Shikamaru and like Choji and all of them when they fought like Hidan and Kakuzu and all that with Kakashi. That's probably like my favorite anime fight of all time, because that fight was just like super big brain, you know? Love that fight. Love it, love it, love it. I also love Goku versus Kid Buu. Goku versus Kid Buu was also really, really, really good. So yeah, I'll take, and also Gohan, Goku, and all them versus Cell, Perfect Cell. Those were all really good. But I'd probably say like, yeah, the Hidan and Kakuzu versus, you know, versus all them, you know, that was great. Versus Shikamaru and Choji and Kakashi. Woo! That was great stuff. All right, we got some blasts coming through. Yes, I've heard of the Rogue Prince of Persia. Not my style, but I've heard about it. Shout outs to Old Manendorf. What's good? Let's see it. Nintendo see it as a unit increase November 2025 from November 2024. I don't know, man. I don't know what the sales were then at that point or whatever. All I know is that it's doing okay enough, and there's going to be more games coming out. So I'm not on their advisory board. I don't count month to month like that. I just know if it's doing well or not. So like I said, let's see how it does after like Pokemon next year comes out and after some of the more big games come out. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about stuff like that. Alien weaponry, same thing with PS5. I don't go into the sales numbers that type of way. I only go in when it's not doing, like if there's an issue or something. But no, I don't worry about month to month or year over year sales. I just look at it like, hey, what's the total? How are they doing? How are they doing compared to before in terms of overall? And overall, they're doing pretty good. We know that the sales are doing pretty good. So that's all that really matters at the end of the day. So I don't know about unit increase from 2020. Like, no, like, I don't care, you know, like that doesn't matter to me. All I know is, like I said, we'll find out at their investor meeting. We'll get the total number, then we'll go from there. You know, I kind of more look at that, and then sometimes if we get the actual sales numbers from Japan, we can see how well it's doing in a region or not. So yeah, that's what I care about. J Views with the $20 dono and says, that's why I appreciate your content, OJ. Always keeping objective and presenting the facts. And when you present your personal viewpoints, you always make it clear with good intention. Thank you for keeping it authentic. I think that's the problem with a lot of people these days. J Views is that they don't want to keep it. They're ridiculous in some type of way when it comes down to that. So I feel you on that one. Shout out to Big J Views. Thank you for the big $20 dono. Let's go. Shout outs J Views. Thank you for the big 20 coming through. Also, General Zamora with the $2 says, my music request Brilliant Wings. All right, I got you. Brilliant Wings from Xenoblade. That's a great track, man. That's such a good track. So thank you so much, General Zamora. You guys give him some love. Give J View some love with the big 20. That's the new stream. Stream Hokage with the big 20. Brilliant Wings is also great too. So we're gonna have to, you know, give my man General Zamora some love. Then J Views. Okay, I don't think that was another dono. I think that was just a mistake on the end of YouTube. They just accidentally did it twice. So shout outs, guys. Let's go. Further than beyond. 4 combos away from the platinum streak. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, guys. So yeah, thank you. I know it wasn't a long fight, but honestly, for me, it might be Gogeta versus Broly. The music and cinematography when the fight was perfect. Yeah, that was a great fight too. Yeah, absolutely. Shout outs, House Gang. Shout outs to J Views as well, man. Appreciate you, fam. Yeah, I just did 1 super chat, not 2. I think it just did 1. So yeah. Goku asked you to give him a minute to charge his Spirit Bomb against Kinbu. Can you do it? Can you do it? Yeah. The fight against Kinbu was just fun. It was just a fun fight. You know, it was just really. First of all, Kinbu's just like a crazy little dude, so it was pretty cool to see like that pure incarnation of evil for the most part. But yeah, I'd probably say like the best fight to me was the Kakashi, Hidan. Like, oh, dude, that was just such a wild fight. I also like Pain versus Naruto. I think Pain versus Naruto, Sage Mode Naruto is really, really good. Like when he just comes out of no boom and just destroys that one of them in like 1 hit. Bro, that was great too. So yeah, man. Let's see here. Shout outs to the Clabby94 with the $20 dono. Here we go, Clabby with the big 20. And says, you added to the PS5 sales because you Cobra Kai'd your first one. I picked up a PS5 Pro on Black Friday for $520 with the sale plus PayPal 20% promo. Couldn't pass that up, but I have no games for it. LOL. DK music, please. All right. Yeah, that's what happened when I first bought my PS5. I had no games for it, except for PS4 games. But yeah, It's all good. At least you got one. Yeah. Kakashi versus Obito was too sentimental and too... They repeated the animations way too much and all of that. So yeah, I mean, it was okay, but I wasn't a huge fan of that fight. Also, of course, Naruto versus Sasuke. Anytime Naruto fights against Sasuke, that's also good. I think their last fight that they had, or at least the one to end Shippuden, was really good too. So yeah. Might Guy versus Kisame is like, it's good, but it's like, I don't know, they kind of sold Kisame short against Might Guy. I don't know why he beat him so easily. Like, I know Might Guy's good and all that, but I mean, like, I don't know. I don't think it should have been that easy. I don't think it should have been that easy. I don't know. Was Kisame, was he hurt or something like that? Or was he like, I forgot what was the circumstance or situation with Kisame losing so easily to Might Guy? I forgot. It seemed like they were just trying to get that out of the way and like just beat him up and get that character done. But I could have thought Kisame would have put up a better fight than that, you know? Yeah, Jiraiya versus Pain was also very good. Sad, but very good. Shoutouts to Clabby, man. I appreciate you guys. Let's get you up on the board here. Clabby and J Views, both with the $19.99, getting us to the board here. And also, Clabby, I got to add you in. Oh, hold up. We have hit the combo breaks here, boys and girls. Let's get Clabby added in, though. Clabby and J Views. Let's get both of you guys added in. Let's get your combos added in as well. 116 on the board. Sorry, guys, for coughing into the mic and all that. Sorry about that. Donkey Kong music. Let's go. Big love. Jungle Hijinks. Let's go. When Itachi reincarnated. That one was pretty good, too. That was also pretty good. But it was just also kind of weird as well. But pretty good. So yeah. Let's go, Rams. Honestly, Piccolo versus Android 17 and DB Super is the top 10 anime fight. Yeah, those are good, too. Justin with the $3 dono. Shout out to Justin.
Goku versus Frieza, the DBZ Kai version will always be my favorite. Also, can I get some Budokai music?
Absolutely. Thank you for the $3 dono. 190 on the board. Ayo, let's go. Justin up in the lead to 27. Anybody that's 27 or more, they can beat out Justin on the top of the board. And we have achieved, you guys know, not only the combo break, but the... Ayo, hit him with the cloud. Limit break, baby. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Let's go. OJ, you got hands. You can take anyone on in Dragon Ball Z or Naruto universe. Yeah, right. It's not about hands. It's about the chakra. I do not have the hands in addition to the ninjutsu to take down anybody. They are the key. So no. Shout out to Justin though. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. Let's go. I think we got 6 JoJo's today, boys and girls. Yeah, 2 earlier. And then Clabby and J Views with the 20. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. 81 on the board. Hey, yo, let's go, man.
Even further beyond.
Let's see here. Shout outs though. Thank you. I thought I was the only one who thought that they nerfed Kisame for that fight. Yeah. I didn't really hear a lot of people talk about it because like Kisame was so good. He has so much chakra. He was so good, and he just got kind of like bodied for some reason. It just seemed like, wait a minute, hold up. Why is... I know my guy's good, but you know, like it's crazy how bad they made Kisame in that last one. So yeah. Cooper Cup has a chance to get revenge against the Rams. I hope he does get revenge against the Rams. I'm hoping he does get revenge against the Rams, man. Let's see here. You got Satan or Yajirobe. Mr. Satan or Hercule or oh man, I mean Yajirobe, he was alright. I don't think Hercule's kind of trash. So I mean I don't know, man. So Hercule's kind of garbage. So I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about Hercule. I don't know about that. Y'all sleeping on... maybe we are sleeping on Mike Guy. Maybe we are sleeping on Mike Guy a little bit. Maybe we are. You know? Maybe we are. I don't know. Mike Guy, he's really good. But still, I just don't know. I just don't know if like Keysman should have lost that badly so quickly, you know? Hercule's a much better granddad than Goku. That's true. That's true. Oolong, maybe? Yeah, my guy's awesome, though. You got to give love to my guy. He's really good. You know, he's really good. Let's see here. I mean, Goku can't be around as much. You know, he has to train to be the universe's greatest fighter. So yeah, man. You know, you got to do it that way. That's kind of how it is. Make sure you guys hit that like button, though. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming out here. Let's go. We also have some rumors as well, you know. We got some rumors of Starfield, of course. Then we also have rumors of Mafia Old Country. That could be coming over to Switch 2 as well. We already got confirmed Dispatch. We got confirmed quite a number of other games. That one's coming in January. Everyone always talks about Dispatch. I don't know. I don't know about that game. It seems like it's like the Telltale type games, right? People talk about how good it is. It's got good reviews, you know, overall. So I think it's gonna be. I think that game's gonna do well on. I mean, it's coming to Switch 1 and Switch 2. So, I mean, before Xbox. But I'm guessing that the reason why. I'm guessing the reason why is because you know, Switch and Switch 2 just install base was just large, you know. Let's see here. How you seeing the Bulls this year? They're all right. Not great. Not terrible. Just all right. Let's see. People forget Guy and Madara fight. Yeah, that wasn't really much of a fight. Yeah, it's the same devs that made Tales from the Borderlands and some other story. Yeah. You know, I was hesitant to support the game just because of who's the talent on the game. You know, there's some people that I'm just like, they're on there. So I'm like, I don't really feel like supporting it, you know, but yeah, whatever, you know, sometimes you gotta just let things go, you know. Sometimes you just gotta let things go overall. I picked the Metroid Prime Trilogy complete in box for $40 off Facebook Marketplace today. That's a really good deal. The person that sold it didn't know what they had. Apparently Hogwarts sold 40 million copies. Well, they said that it did, so I mean, you kind of have to trust that that's what it sold, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not saying any names of who it is. You know, I'm not mentioning anybody. It might or might not be him. It might or might not be somebody else. Other people on there. So there's not really anybody that's honestly that you know that it's one way or another. But I will say, listen, there might be people who always talk about, you know, bad things, but then decided to intentionally skip talking about the Smash community and the Me Too movement in the Smash community and all the issues in there. He always talks about stuff and what's not good and all this, but he decided to casually not talk about that for some reason. I wonder why. I wonder why there was no videos about how disgusting the community was and all that. I wonder why. Interesting that there was nothing on that front. But hey, content creator of the year. So, you know, congratulations. Yeah. But no, there might be some other people too. I don't think it's just potentially one person. There could be multiple people, you know? Could be multiple people. All right, take it easy, Nick. Thanks for coming out. LL, it definitely felt a little overhyped, but I could be wrong. Glad it's coming to more platforms. Did you play it? Who's played Dispatch? Without putting any spoilers, who's actually played it? Is it really good? I know when it came out, John and Evan were talking about it like crazy. Like they were, like I think it's because the decisions that what's it called, that you make in the game are crazy, you know. So I think that's what makes the game really good. It's not like it has like incredible, you know, gameplay. It's more of because of the writing and the decision making that you have in the game is really good. So yeah. What says V on it? That's why I think it's shot off. No lie. That could be it. I mean, that's the reason why you pay to get, you know, popular people to be in there, because they can advertise it to their fan base, so their audience say, "Hey, I'm in this game." Because like I know that if I said, "Hey, I'm in a game," I mean, obviously, yeah, people aren't gonna buy the game a lot, but I think if I said, "Hey guys, I'm doing VA in a game," I think a lot of you guys would probably go pick that game up, right? So if you have a big audience and you say, "Hey, I'm in this game," I think that people are gonna go out there and pick it up. And like you look at like it's the same reason why, you know, people hire celebrities to do voice acting. Like why do you hire Chris Pratt? Okay, well, Chris Pratt has like 10 million followers plus, like across all social media, has like millions upon millions of followers. So yeah, that makes them more likely to go out there and watch the movie, you know. So yeah, it's a Telltale game with a little bit of strategy and how you dispatch your team. Yeah, that's what I saw from what I've seen, like the gameplay per se. But yeah, definitely more of like a Telltale, which I've never been a big fan of those Telltale games. Like I don't really like them. I don't buy them. I know that they're really good, but I kind of like, you know, gameplay in my games, like actual, like real gameplay. So I've never been a huge fan, but I'll probably check out Dispatch. I'll probably check out that one, but I don't know if I'm gonna be like I said, I already know what type of games that I like. I'm not sure if that's gonna be the type of game that I like, you know. So yeah. You'd rather read a comic book than play that type of game? You know what? I think I might also read a comic, even though I don't read comic books, but I think I might want to. When I was a kid, comic books were so cool. Like if you had the money to pick up comic books, it was always awesome because you could kind of read any different type of story, and there was replay value in just rereading it. I did have a few comic books back in the day, and I remember when comic books were apparently, you know, going to be worth a lot in price and like resale value and stuff like that. I remember I had a big old box of comic books. I don't know what happened to them though. Like, oh, I remember what it was. Like my buddy had a bunch of comic books, and then like a friend of mine had a bunch of comic books, and then he wanted to sell them, and I tried to, but I couldn't sell them for him, so I gave it back to him. That's what happened. Justin with another 3.
Funny, that person you may or not be talking about. How is he going to deal with the game he is in being on the greedy Nintendo Switch too?
He'll definitely tell people to not buy it on there, buy it on other systems, you know. So yeah, definitely tell people to buy it on other systems. not the Nintendo Switch 2. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you so much. Yo, Justin, Combo Breaks 122 on the board today. Let's go, boys and girls. Shout outs. I appreciate that. 30 for Justin. Anybody that's 30 or more, you can beat out Justin on the Hokage board. Yo, let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. 122. Going for the double or the platinum and a half at 150 combos for the overclock. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate that. I just ordered a pair of Joy-Con 2 with the D-pad. Michelle, official, except for the D-pad. Nice, let's go. Let me know how that works out, Justin, like putting a D-pad on there. What did you guys think for those who played the FF7 remake demo on Switch 2? What did you guys think about it? I thought it was pretty solid. I finished it today. I finished it this morning. You hear about Puka Nakua? Yeah, I heard about like the situation that he had with Aiden Ross and all that. You know, I don't really have any comments on that. Outside of, okay, you know, that's what he did. He apologized for it, so that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's not really that big of a deal. I mean, at least it's not that big of a deal, you know. I don't have anything to say to it, so yeah. I don't have anything to say. So yeah. Hopefully the Seahawks win tonight. Maybe the Puka distraction becomes a Puka problem. So, let's see here. What's up with the Square controversy? Just basically, they're not making as much money, so people are saying that they're going to be sold off or something. It's the same thing that always kind of happens, you know. It looks great, only 30 FPS. But it makes me hopeful for the future proofing of the system. I think that if you look at it, it's going to be a double-edged sword for sure. I mean, obviously, a lot of big games are going to run at 30 FPS, but I think at this point, with like, you know, with portable PCs around, a lot of developers are going to be optimizing for lower-end systems in terms of power, anyways. Just because of portable PCs and just because of Switch 2, obviously Switch 2 is selling well. So yeah, I think it'll be fine. I do think that if developers actually made games for the Switch 2, like actually made it for the Switch 2, I think the games would be 60. I think that porting a game and porting over the code and the amount of work that you have to do is very difficult. But I mean, if it was actually made for ARM or made for that first and foremost, I think it would have been 60. Or I think it would have been like 40 locked, easy, no problem, with all the same graphical feature sets. But I think it's the fact that you're porting, and the fact that there's a lot of stuff that you have to do to port over from different architectures, I think that's part of the reason why for some of these games, you know. But it's not a bad port at all. I think your eyes kind of adjusted to 30 pretty quickly. So that's what I realized, at least. I'll be honest though, I haven't played a ton of the game at 60 though. Just because I did play it on PS5, but I played it mainly on PS4 Pro. So yeah. What's up, the Great Wall? The almighty Great Wall. Let's go. Can you play Kingdom Hearts music? I can't play Kingdom Hearts music, unfortunately. It's copyrighted. Fire on Hair, so unfortunately cannot. FS7 remake demo was excellent. Performance is butter. Visuals are top notch, and obviously the gameplay is great. Years ago, I chose to wait, saying it would come to the next gen Switch. And oh my gosh, you waited that long. It's so good. I will say this: I played it for about another maybe 10-15 minutes in portable mode. Like I got to the sweeper boss, so maybe about 10-15 minutes in portable. It holds up pretty well. And I think it even might be a little bit more fun to play in portable with the 30 FPS smaller screen. But yeah, like obviously there's some portable PCs that can run it at 60. So if that's what you need, then obviously there's that. Like I think like the ROG Ally X. But it's just so weird, like I said, with those systems getting certain things. I think it's cool to have it on Switch 2. Not perfect, not the best ever, but definitely not a bad port. So I'll probably talk about it. I captured all my footage. I captured all my footage from the demo. So I just need to play it on my actual OLED. I only played it on my monitor OLED. And I played it portable on my Switch 2. But I have not played it on my TV, like my OLED TV. So I want to see how it looks blown up on a big TV. So we'll see about that. So yeah, we will see. PS5's quality mode doesn't even compare to Switch 2's port, which has really surprised me. Wish they would have went for 40 FPS, but maybe they could patch it. I don't think they're gonna patch it post-release. I don't think they're gonna patch it. So yeah, I think it's just they're just gonna lock it in at 30. Yeah, but I would have liked, me personally, I would have liked for them to do like a optional mode, you know, like a 40 FPS, you know, 720p if they can do that. I'm not sure if they could though. Once again, I think it's the porting process. I think just going from x86 to, you know, to ARM, and then also having to do necessarily work in terms of each frame and making it run at that. I'm not sure if it's something that's just super easy to do. Like I said, I'm not a developer, I don't know, but yeah. Let's see. Honestly, I think too much is made of 60 FPS. For the fast-moving FPS, it's a big difference, but for slower-moving games, not so much. 30 FPS game with half movement speed is just as fluid as 60 FPS game and fast. I mean, I see that, but definitely would have been nice for this type of game. But yeah, it's obviously not as noticeable as, like, let's say a you know, an FPS game like Metroid Prime, right? Or like a first-person game. It's not a Metroid Prime's not a first-person shooter, but you guys know what I mean. I mean, you do first-person shooting in that game. Or like a fighting game. Like, yeah, that's where it's like way more important. But like FF7, like at first I noticed the 30 FPS, but then like my eyes adjusted pretty quickly. And there's so much stuff going on in Final Fantasy VII Remake, like where you're stopping the game in general and overall, that it really it's not really that big of a deal. But I do think that if you played a ton of, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake integrate on PS5 or PC, I mean, it might be a bit jarring going to that on Switch 2. So yeah. I'm playing my backlog on Switch 2. What's your backlog games? What's Square Enix gonna do with ports of Switch? Try to push the visuals to see the limit. That's what Square Enix cares about most about the most presentation. I think Square Enix definitely cares about presentation. When it comes to Final Fantasy, they care about presentation more than a lot of the other games that they have, for sure. Like, there's some games they obviously don't care as much, but for a lot of games they do. So yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming out here. Appreciate that. Let's go. I beat Luminaries Arise, kind of a while to go out there. Okay, nice. Picking up any games January. Yeah, FF7 Remake Intergrade, probably. Probably Dispatch as well. Probably pick up Dispatch. I'm not sure. I gotta look at the full suite of games coming. But yeah, those are the ones that I know about as well. So yeah. I'm surprised Trails in the Sky second chapter is coming so soon. Why are you surprised? Like, literally, it's Falcom. Falcom releases games so quickly. They've done this many times, so I'm not really surprised. They reuse assets, engines, so I'm not really too surprised. They've been doing this for a while now. Square Enix's focus on visuals was a result of Sony money hatting. They know graphics are the priority numero uno for PS gamers. On Switch 2, graphics alone won't sell a game. Yeah. Obviously, graphics are important, but it's not going to be the sole thing. Which I think it's still funny that people actually try to bring up the whole graphics argument thing. I think it's still, like, I had somebody on my video, I had somebody on my stream today trying to talk about that with, you know, with FF7 Remake. Not my stream, but like my Twitter page, you know, and he's like, so yeah. He was like, what did he say? Let me try to find it. I'm trying to find it here. What he said. He said, yeah. He said none of this will matter like after the PS6 handheld is released. And I was like, yeah. I mean, have you heard of the PSP, PS Vita? How'd that work out? And he's like, oh well, those are dedicated devices. This one will be able to play, you know, your games that are on the platform. Then I was like, yeah, I don't think Sony's gonna have I don't think it's gonna be easy to be able to sell so many different systems to people. Like, sell a PS5 or PS6 portable, sell a PS6 docked, like, and then how much are those gonna cost? You know, when it comes like to the everything with that system. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like I said kind of like how portable PCs have been out for years and people still buy Switch and Switch 2. So yeah. So I think some people still try to play the power thing, and it's always silly or funny whenever they do, you know? Because we've seen it over the years, man, and I just think, like I said, I think it's weird, but hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is on that one. Most Switch 2 owners are playing their backlog, mostly the ones with upgrades. I want to say, I don't know what most Switch 2 owners are playing. I mean, we don't really know. All we can look at is, you know, the best sellers list to kind of see what people are buying. I don't know what most people are playing, to be honest. Like, I really don't. I don't have an idea, but I'm pretty sure there's a good chunk of people that are playing, you know, backlog games and stuff. But all I can look at is the best sellers list to see kind of like what people are playing or what people are buying at least. And yeah, Metroid Prime 4, Red Dead, Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Divinity, I mean, Kirby Air Rider, stuff like that. So, just picked up Metaphor on PS5 for $30 from Amazon. Can't wait to put more than 100 hours. Hey, congrats, man. Have fun with that. Have fun with it, bruh. Have fun with that. Man, that's crazy. Square's focus on okay, I already read that, my bad. I could see PS6 hybrid taking half the market share from a PS6 console. Very few will buy both, but I think Nintendo gamers who also like PS would go for a Switch-like device given the choice. Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. Like if you say, hey, look, you got the choice between a PS6, you know, console versus a PS6 portable and having, I mean, like, yeah, very few is gonna buy both, but we'll see, man. I mean, it's always, I don't like to, when it comes to portable systems like this, like I don't think that it's just easy to say it's gonna do well, right? In today's day, it's hard to tell how it's going to do or what they do with it or what it's going to be. You know, it's going to be a digital only system, of course. There's going to be no physical, so it provides less value of people who you know, own physical PS4 games or PS5 games. Like if you don't, that instantly cuts off a lot of people right there, because there's not going to be a PS5 spinning in there, like a PS5 disc spinning in. They're not going to allow you to say, okay, if you own the physical copy, you can all of a sudden just get a digital copy for free, right? I don't think they're going to do that. So I think that it's going to be tougher sell than maybe what some are expecting or some are thinking. But yeah, we'll see. You know, we'll definitely see how it kind of works out. So yeah. So I beat Metroid Prime, now I'm returning to the backlog. Yeah, I got to return to Trails in the Sky. I think that's going to be the game for me. I'm going to download the update tonight, or I think I already downloaded the update. I'm going to see if there's any other updates. I think there might be like one more that I haven't downloaded since I stopped playing after Pokemon came out, so I can play Pokemon. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with myself this year. I beat Pokemon Legends EA, I beat Donkey Kong Bonanza, I beat Rune Factory, I beat Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, I beat Metroid Prime 5, or Metroid Prime 4, sorry. So this year's been a pretty busy second half of the year. I beat Claire Obscure Expedition 33, beat that game, so I beat a number of games this year. So yeah. What hold up, what's up with Jay Lewis today, bruh? What's going on here? It says Wolf suggested you're a shill. Wolf suggested you're a shill. Sometimes I think he's right. First of all, who's Wolf? Bob Wolf? Me and Bob Wolf are good friends. So I don't think he said anything negative about me. And in terms of a shill, what did I do to shill? Tell me what I did. Let me know. Feel free feel free to do that. But yeah, if you're talking about Bob Wolf will never say anything negative about me. Like, he's cool. Me and him are cool. We're good friends. So I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. If you're talking about Wolf, then, not if you're talking about somebody else, let me know. How's Room Factory for Switch 2? Never played Room Factory game. I did like Room Factory. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Good point. It would be digital only. You see all these digital, all these diehard physical only gamers with the pocket signs against key cards are gonna buy digital hybrid. Press F to doubt. Yeah. Press F to doubt. But I mean, I think there's still people with a sizable digital library, you know. So yeah. Rate your Switch 2 experience so far. So far for me, man, it's been at least a 9 out of 10, 9 to 10 out of 10. Outside of game key cards and some of the prices with stuff, it's been pretty good. So I'll probably say like a 9 out of 10. Better than the Switch 1. Yeah, Room Factory, the Black Mandu. Room Factory's not bad. I thought it was fun to play early in the year. I beat it all the way through, so yeah. Dan Dips with the $20 dono. Oh, sorry. $1.99 dono. Says DJ OJ, Mega Man 11 Jams. Mike Willies made it. Or maybe Jay Loomis is in a... I think Jay Loomis might be in the wrong chat. I think Jay Loomis is in the wrong chat. I think that's what happened. He might be watching 2 separate streams, and he was in the wrong chat. Mega Man 11 music. Let's go. Shout outs. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Big love to my man Dan Dips. Let's go. Dan Dips. Stan Lee. Big love. Thank you for the 2. Appreciate you. 124 on the board. Only 26 combos away from that platinum and a half. Let's go, man. By the way, who said software sales are down on Switch 2? Software sales are through the roof. Mario Kart at 10 million copies. DK over 3. Third party permanently plastered across the eShop bestsellers. Yeah, I think it was somebody earlier. The whole situation with somebody said, "Oh man, we released our game on Switch 2, and it's like the lowest that we've ever expected," or something. That was the whole situation back in the Switch 2 launch. But there's some moron on Twitter that was yelling at me about that I kind of went back with Metroid. And I'm like, dude, Metroid's not popular in Japan. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, man. But like I said, some people are just, like I said, really dumb. So yeah. Justin with another 3 as well. Let's go, Justin. Shout outs.
I think after sitting on everything this year, my top 3 games this year are Air Riders, Legends ZA, and DK Bonanza.
Okay. Those are definitely, I mean, I'd probably say for like my top 10 or my top 25, those games are going to make it. I got to play more Air Riders though. But everything that I've played of Air Riders has been fantastic so far. Like, it's been really, really, really good. But I haven't beat everything yet. I've only played a few times. But every time I play it, I'm like, oh man, this is great, you know? It's always so much fun, you know, playing with you guys. Community. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the $3 dono, man. I appreciate it. No hate is prime for worth it. No hate is prime for worth it. Whoa, timeout. Let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit, Jay Loomis. What makes me, first of all, what made me a show in the first place? If you what's it called? If you were actually talking to me, rewind. I did a video on Prime 4 yesterday, so you can watch my video on Prime 4. But what did I say or what did I do? And who was it? Was it Bob Wolf? Because like I said, me and Bob Wolf are friends. So explain that first, then we can go forward and I can answer all your questions and all that good stuff. But you can't just drop that and say no hate. Like, hold up. You know, you gotta tell me what happened first with the other stuff, bruh. I think he was talking about Game Explain because they were looking at Prime 4 sales on the eShop. I think he was talking about Game Explain. They're looking at Prime 4 sales on the eShop. I mean, the eShop, it's #1 on the Switch 2 eShop. So, I mean, like, I don't know what they were looking at. It's #1 on the eShop. Like, so. But yeah, I'm not sure. He said Wolf. said Wolf said that. So I don't know how Game Explain got involved with what he was saying. Or Party Man. So yeah. OJ, I do think that not having Japan Studio will haunt Sony when it comes to handheld PS6. They made games that fit more of the mobile audience. They carried the PSP. Yeah, that might be a problem, but we'll see. Problem is, evidence is no longer considered information, but rather an attack on the tribe. That's why people hold these wild viewpoints despite evidence directly contradicting it. Yeah, I think a lot of people just are, like I said, kind of crazy when it comes down to things. So yeah. Let's see here. Jay Loomis is a bot. He's an elite ninja. There's no way he's a bot. Let's see here. Jay Loomis just with the 2. Now, Jay Loomis, you gotta explain. Bob Wolf suggested you're a Nintendo fanboy. I can clip it for you. Suggested. Bob Wolf suggested that I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I think he's just joking around or he's having a little bit of fun. I don't think he's being super serious about things. I guess in the video, right? I've said a lot of nice things about him. So I don't think, and like I said, I don't think there's a difference between like a shill and a fanboy in terms of people's definitions of that. Those are not the same thing, Jay Loomis, just to let you know. So I think he's just suggesting, hey, he really likes Nintendo games, which is true. I do really like Nintendo games. Am I a fanboy that's going to be irrational towards Microsoft and Sony and don't play those systems or don't like those games? No, that's not me at all. So you're saying you think you might be right. I mean, the content's on my channel for you to look yourself. But hey, if you want to be influenced by Bob Wolf, then, you know, or by him or by what anybody else says, feel free, man. If you want to think that or if you want to feel that way, however you want to feel, that's fine. It's all good. You don't have to clip anything. You can feel and think whatever you want. But it just goes to show you, I don't think Wolf Den was being mean because, like I said, we're cool. But like, it just goes to show you how people can be influenced. Jay Loomis been here for forever. We've been cool. All it takes is one person to say something else, and he comes here and just straight up calls me a name. And just despite him being an elite ninja and me being cool and us never having any issue. So it kind of goes to show you how influencers can influence. But I'm not even saying that Bob Wolf said anything stupid, because I don't think he did. Bob Wolf is cool. I think he's probably just joking around and all that, you know. But imagine, this is aside from Jay Loomis, imagine how people, look at how influenced they are. Instead of saying, yo, what up, OJ, or hi, how you doing? You know me, man. You know I've been here. You know how I do, bruh. Like, we've been cool. I haven't done anything crazy. But all it took was for someone else, even if he did say that, whatever, for you to come here and say that to somebody that you've been rocking with for a long time. So, I mean, yeah, influencers are influencers. That's me. Total. That's me. Name largely a Nintendo. Shout outs, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, yeah, it's weird, bruh. It's weird. But no, I mean, heck, if he's talking about me in terms of that's good because he's got a lot of people on his channel. So if people are Nintendo fans and they like Nintendo, they'll come over here and listen to what I gotta say. So it's all good. And I'm not. And another thing that I'm not falling for people saying that somebody else said something because y'all said that about Smash JT. I DM'd Smash JT and I watched the video and he gave me a shout out in that video. Like, he gave me a shout out and he said, "Oh, check out his channel." Like, and me and Smash JT, we had a talk. Like, I don't believe in everything Smash JT says, and like I said, I disagree with a lot of stuff, but we were friendly. We did used to work together a lot before in the past, before he started doing like the grifting stuff or whatever. Like, you know, so I went and talked to him and he was totally cool. So I'm not even going to be listening to what people say. Like when people tell me that somebody said something, I'm not doing that anymore. That's just, you don't got to clip it. I ain't even paying attention because some of y'all said that with Smash JT and I felt like a complete idiot, you know, going and talking to him about it. So yeah. Let's see. How many characters you got in the trails through? I'm just curious. I've got a few. I don't remember everybody, but yeah. I'm like 20, 30 hours in, so I'm doing pretty good. Shout outs to Jay Loomis, though. Thank you for the 2, though, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the 2. Jay Loomis out of character tonight. I've seen him here repping the Ninja Village. I've seen him here repping the Ninja Village since I've been here. Yeah. I don't know, man. Why are you adding me? I've been 100% respectful, and I think it's rude of you to call me out like it's not a thing. Are you okay, bro? Like, are you okay? Like, what's going on tonight? Are you okay? Was I disrespectful towards you? Are you all right, man? Like, what's wrong? To keep the vibes positive here, some people try to stir stuff up here. Nobody. So yeah, I don't know if you come into somebody's stream and you say, I think you're a shill, and I think that you are. I think that he might be right. That's not 100% respectful. No offense, but that's not respectful. That's not a respectful thing to do to somebody else. For you to say something, for me to say, well, why, to question it, and then for you to say, I think he might be right. That's not respectful. That's not respectful at all. But, okay. If you feel that you've been 100%, I guess, but I don't think so. I wouldn't call that respectful. Personally, I wouldn't do that to anybody else. Like, if I heard something about a streamer or a content creator that somebody else said, I'm not going to go to their chat and say, this person called you this name, and I think that they might be right. That's not a respectful thing to say. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe his account got hacked. Maybe he's just having a bad day. I don't know. But this is completely out of character for Jay Loomis. Like, this is like legitimately, he's been here for a long time, and that he's never acted this way. So I'm legit like shocked. I'm thinking there was a hack or something or whatever, but like Jay Loomis has never acted this way, and people have said all sorts of stuff about me, you know, and I've never heard Jay Loomis act this way. So I'm guessing it's just a bad day. I'm guessing it was a little bit of a malfunction in the situation. So I'm just gonna treat it as that. He dropped the dono too. He dropped $2 as well. So I don't know what's going on today, but either way, whatever. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Trails in the Sky was such a good game. Second chapter can't come out soon enough. That's what I hear everyone say. when it comes down to it. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we got here, bro. I don't. I'm not exactly sure. I know how we got to the platinum and a half, though. We are only 21 combos away from the platinum and a half. Let's go. Appreciate you guys.
Further beyond.
What's up, Paul Gale? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, Wolf did not say that. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think, or if it was phrased, I don't think it might have been the way that it was phrased was probably more play. Like I said, Wolf Den's cool, man. I doubt it. Like I said, I'm not gonna do this thing where I go off of what people tell me in the chat when somebody says this or that, unless I already know it's somebody that, you know, that I know for sure is like a hater or something, you know. Let's see here. So yeah. Shout outs to Justin with the three.
Sometimes there's just something in the air.
Yeah, sometimes, man. Sometimes. By the way, my comment was referred to somebody else earlier. Okay, I got you, party man. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you for the thank you for clarifying that, party man. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that, like always. Big love to Justin. 36 on the board. Yo, donos all night, man. I appreciate you, Justin. Thank you for the big support, brother. 36 on the board. Appreciate your support tonight. Anybody that's 36 or better, they can beat out my man Justin or tie him up on the board. Yo, let's go. J Views and Clabby with the 20 as well. Appreciate that, guys. Hyped that they dropped Chosen second chapter today, but I need to beat the first chapter. Yes, I need to beat the first chapter. I have not watched the trailer. I have not commented on it because I don't want any spoilers. So yeah, I'm being careful with that one. Yo, combo breaks. Combo breaks. Yo, Avedon is here. What's up, Avedon? Good to see you here in the chat, brother. That's good. Good to see you here in the chat. Shout outs, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, what is going? I almost think that you got hacked, man. I almost feels like you got hacked or something, right? This is so unlike you, bro. Don't do it, OJ. I got spoiled. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm definitely not gonna watch it before. I don't want to get spoiled, you know. So yeah. So Sony owns Charlie Brown, I guess now. Yeah, they bought the whole Peanuts franchise, so they own Charlie Brown. Not too bad of a deal. 450 million. You can probably get some syndication, some reruns, make a few movies. You'll probably make all that back in a few years. It's goated that they have a spoiler warning for the second chapter trailer. I haven't seen that done a lot. Yeah, a lot of times they don't do that. They don't give spoiler warnings for that. So yeah, I gotta beat the first chapter. There's just so much content, you know. So yeah. Here's the thing. They will get the majority ownership of Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and more. Sony Music Entertainment Japan will take the lead in managing Peanuts Holdings LLC. Snoopy is massive in Japan, so this makes sense. So there you go. They bought it because it's massive in Japan. So yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button, though. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we're streaming here. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Bead Queen? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oh, and I want to make sure all the codes and everything have been distributed to everybody. So shout outs to everybody that won. Peanuts is classic, so it's a fair deal. Yeah, it's a fair deal. I didn't know that Peanuts and Charlie Brown wanted to sell. Like, I didn't know they were looking to sell, to be honest. But yeah, congrats to them. You know? Or congrats to Sony. Or whatever the case is, you know? So yeah. Shout outs to Bead Queen, though. Good to see you here. Welcome. I need someone to save DC Comics. If Netflix or Paramount get them, we're doomed. Yeah, maybe we're already doomed and there's nothing that we can do about it, you know? So. So, yeah. What's the latest DSP event? That's had you dying. DSP event? I don't really keep up with DSP's events. I know a lot about the lore and all that stuff. But yeah. But I don't really follow it too much and all that in terms of like the most recent thing. So yeah. Don't really look at it like that in that type of way. Marathon stream was so much fun. Yeah, I mean, listen, I want to do more of the I want to do more marathon streams, in a way. But I probably won't do all games. I'll probably do like 2 hours of like. We'll probably do like we'll do like a regular PE live stream, like of like a marathon stream of like 3 hours if like we hit our goals, right? But then we'll probably tack on where you guys can vote on games, and then we'll give away those games specifically. So we'll vote on, and we'll probably do more like different type of games, not stuff that everybody already has or what they're gonna play. So I think that the marathon stream was cool, it was fun, but I think people got kind of tapped out on board a little bit towards the end, even though it was fun playing multiplayer and all that. But I think that we'll probably do some like different type of games next time. So we'll probably do PE live, 3 hours talking, blah blah blah, going over whatever, and then we'll do like I said, then we'll tack on like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour based on how we do, right? Or based on how we did. So we'll probably do that for like the next marathon stream. Like we'll probably do like a hybrid of like both. What I think about Xenoblade Chronicles game. Do you think we get switched to upgrade first? I mean, maybe the first game. So I mean, they might just go in order. Come on, OG, let's scrape up some coins to get on this deal. I got $10. Yeah, I think we're too late for that. I think that there's nothing that we can do. We have been bought out in terms of, or that we've been outbid. I don't think $10 that might get you. You know, that might get you. I don't know. It's not going to get you much. It might get you the Wii Music brand from Nintendo. How about that? You might get Wii Music. Maybe we get something like that. So yeah. The marathon stream got me through my day at work. Nice. I'm glad that it did, man. I'm glad. I mean, people really like the marathon stream, but I do plan on doing it, but just tweaking things just a little bit. Sorry, like I said, if I've not been feeling my best, my voice, just because I definitely got sick. And I know how I got sick yesterday. I know, or the day before. I think it was the day before yesterday, or was it yesterday? I know how I got sick, too. I know exactly how I got sick, and I'm stupid, you know? I'm dumb. I gotta be more careful. I gotta be way more careful when going out and stuff, so... I know how I got sick though, but I'm managing it the best that I can. But that's why my voice is kind of like messed up and I'm coughing. It's just because a little sick, but I've been taking medication and I've been managing it okay. If you guys have not hit the like button, hit the like button. 132 combos overclocks. We are only 18 combos away from a platinum and a half. I appreciate that, man. Cratering sales. We talk about Switch 2. Switch 2. Based off of these sales numbers that we got the previous month, it actually did a little bit better than the previous month. One bond view, so not actually did better, and it's gonna keep doing good. December should be good. Started out pretty good, and Japan with 190,000 units last week, and then I think the week before that it was 200,000 units. Yeah, if I'm not correct, yeah, it was 200,000 units. So that's already going on almost, what was that, 400,000 units in Japan in the first couple weeks. So nah, sales are still pretty good. Oh, you're talking about the whole industry catering sales. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, like, listen, their sales were definitely not great this month with the MPD. In Europe, though, they were actually not cratering at all. They were pretty good for the month of November. So, I mean, it's just one region, you know? And listen, that's what happens. Sometimes it's like that, right? And obviously, Xbox is no longer selling as good as they used to sell. So, that's another reason why sales aren't doing as good. So, I mean, like I said, it's just a down month. It's not good, but I'm pretty sure next year, this month will be better. So yeah, down year, but next month I think will be better. And once again, Xbox obviously has been selling less and less and less when it comes to sales. So that's the reason why. I think that if Xbox actually pulled some of their weight, it wouldn't have been the worst month since 1995. It would have been much better because Xbox is just selling terrible at this point. They're getting outsold by like a Kinect box. So yeah, and I think that's the reason why the sales have been that bad since 1995, you know. Very unfortunate. So yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Like I said, hit that like button. Appreciate it if you guys do. Are you going to double dip and get Metroid Prime 4 for Switch? Are you going to double dip and get Metroid Prime 4 for Switch for a collectible? I mean, maybe, but not really. I mean, I don't really think that there's any need to buy the actual version of Metroid Prime 4 itself because the Switch 2 cartridge is also a Switch 1 cartridge. So I don't know if that defeats the value or stuff in the first place, you know? So I don't think so. Yo, Chris the Strider Dog, what's up, man? Welcome. What's going on, my dude? PlayerEssence on my phone, Seahawks, Rams on my TV. Go Hawks! Yeah, I'm rooting for the Hawks. I want the Hawks to win because that gives the Niners a really good chance if they went out to get the #1 seed and get a bye week, which they would need the bye week to get ready and prepared and to get healthier. So yeah. Shout outs though, I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Let's go. Thank you for the big 5. 137 on the combo board. I appreciate that. 137 on the combo board. Let's go. We are out here today. Appreciate that. Let's go. 137. Only 13 combos away. Hey, yo. You guys are out here tonight, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Let's see. Hey, OJ, if you're going to play Requiem, what system are you picking up on? Yeah, I'm going to play it. If you watch my videos on Resident Evil, I've talked about that many times. But yeah, I'm going to play on the Switch too. But I'll probably pick it up on PS5 at some point too. I'll probably pick it up when it gets discounted. But I've already bought it on Switch too. But we'll see about the PS5 version. So yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Didn't you buy 3 copies of Prime Remastered? 3 copies of Prime Remastered? I don't think I did. I think I bought 2 copies because I bought it physical and I bought it on digitally as well. So yeah. Let's see. The NFC South is trash. Panthers had a chance to only win 1 more game, and they would have beaten the Saints. They choked it. Yeah, they choked twice against the Saints. I don't know. The Saints got their number, you know. When it comes down to that. So yeah. Saints got the number. You sick, OJ? Little sick. Little sick, yeah. I'm okay. Switch U2. Yeah, it's outsold the Wii U. So yeah. So I told you number one rule in predicting Panthers games is to not predict the Panthers games. Dude, I told you that it's gonna be back and forth. The Panthers are literally win-loss, 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 win-loss. That's what they do. They're so inconsistent. But divisional games are always like, you don't know who's gonna win with the divisional game. Like, it's always tough to tell. A lot of times the underdog will win a division game, you know. So yeah, right now the Rams are starting to pile it on the Seahawks. Oh, they scored a touch. The Seahawks gotta play better than this. They gotta play better than this, but hey, it is what it is. I'm working with my first RE game. When I give it a go on Switch 2, the thing is powerful to me. Yeah, like I said, Switch 2 is a pretty powerful handheld. It's not like the most powerful out there. It's not like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get PS5 level, but compared to Switch 1, man, it's pretty powerful. And on top of that, once again, you got the DLSS, you got some other stuff in there that really helps it out do well, punch above its weight. So yeah. Yeah, let's see here. Dude, Jay Loomis. Bro, like, what is your issue today, bruh? Like, what's your issue? Like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? Like, legitimately, like, are you okay, man? Like, what's your deal? What is wrong with you? This is really weird. Like I said, I think you're just having a bad day, man. I really think that you're just having a bad day. I think maybe you watched the Grifter video or something. I'm not sure what's going on with you, man. Like, it's weird, bro. You ain't never act like this whole time. I don't know what is... So, yeah, I don't know what your issue is. Jesus Christ, bro. What's your deal? Like, legit. Like, what's wrong with you? You okay, man? You need somebody to talk to? I've had other Elite Ninjas have mental breakdowns and take it out on me before, or hear something from somebody else and take it out on me. Like, I did something to them. Do you got a problem, bro, that we need to talk about? Like, what is your deal, bro? Like, what's your deal? Honestly, like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? This is completely out of character for you. Like, what's your problem? Do you not want to be around here anymore? Did I say something that made you mad? Like, what did I... Can you at least give me some actual... Like, what are you upset about? Like, what are you angry about with me? I'm only going to ask again because, like I said, I appreciate the Elite Ninjas here and all that, but I ain't going to let you come here and disrespect me, bro. Like, I ain't done nothing disrespectful to you. And I ain't going to let you treat me any way that you want. Because, like I said, if I let it slide, that means I got to let it slide for everybody. So, I'm going to need you to chill. I'm going to ask you really nicely to chill, fam. Like, if you got an issue, just go ahead and say it. Be a man and say what your issue is. Stop dilly-dallying and, you know, and saying, oh, well, this is what I heard. Oh, I can click. Like, stop acting weird and goofy. What is this goofy-ass little childish behavior, bro? Like, if you got something to say, say it. If you got a problem with me, go ahead and say it. Be a man. Stop acting weird. Stop acting like a little weirdo, bro. Like, and like I said, if you want to go, you want to unsub, you can do that too. But, like, I ain't going to stand here and let you disrespect like that, fam. Because I've been nothing but nice to you. So just go ahead and tell me what your issue is. If you got a problem, go ahead and say it, man. If you don't have a problem, then feel free to, if you're having a bad day, then feel free to be quiet. But, like, this little, like I said, little, like, sneak dissing and all this weird stuff that you're doing, bro, is you're going to have to stop it. And I'm going to ask you nicely. All right, man? Like I said, if you have a problem with me or if you don't like me, if you think I'm a shill or this or that, then exit. Go watch people that aren't. You know? So, I don't know what your issue is, but stop, bro. You've been super cool. I've been cool to you. I've literally had zero issues with you. So I don't know why you're doing this today, man. It's catching me off guard. You messing up my vibe, fam. Like, I get it for like trolls and fanboys and weirdos and stuff like that, I get it for them. But for an elite ninja that's been around for a hot minute, this is just weird behavior, man. And it's like I said, you throwing me off. You throwing me off my vibe and my what I want to talk about, man. So just stop, all right? Like I said, if you're having a bad day, feel free to just log off. Let's see here. Honestly, it's probably his little brother on his account. I've seen this before. Ah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It might just be like it might be his brother or somebody. Yeah. That's what I think it is. Let's just go ahead and hit him with the timeout. I think it's somebody else that he knows. Yeah. We've had that happen before. I've had that happen before. Let's just go ahead and hit him with we'll just hit him with a 30-minute timeout. Yeah. So we'll just hit him with the 30. Yeah, I think that's what it like the space between the sentences, the distance that it takes for him to just mention somebody like that just doesn't seem like Jay Loomis, bro. I think you're right, Jackson. It's probably just his brother or something. Rams looking good. OG about to make a lot of money on this game. How much did you bet, Nick? How much did you bet on this game? How much did you bet? That's what I want to know. You making a lot? Hold up. So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it could be a kid. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Don't bring out the old OJ. I'm just saying it was just weird. It's probably his like little brother or something. It's probably somebody else. I've done that before too, not on YouTube, but I did that on one time. I remember when I was in high school, or was it high school? I forgot exactly when, but I remember, or junior. Now I don't remember what I was in, but I remember my friend Ryan or Moose. I forgot which one it was, but like they had these like back in like AOL Instant Messenger, and like he was talking to he had this one girl that was on there, right? And I would go on that account. And I would type stuff, type all sorts of things, and act like I was him. But it was me. It was me, Dio. Oh, man, I did that, bro. The whole time. I never told him, too. I was just typing stuff. I was just typing all sorts of random stuff, bro. I was all trying to say, hey, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about trying to find out everything? I doing some research, right? So yeah, man. On a positive note, today's the great Stone Cold Steve Austin's birthday. Just trying to change this up. No, it's all good. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. Real J Lou back. He's gonna be like, who donated 1K? Psh, he need about another $998 to hit that. Friend grabbed my phone and get me banned from Spawnwave like 4 years by saying stupid things in chat. yeah. Like I've heard people say that, like they got like their family members or somebody grabbed their phone and they'd be saying wild and crazy stuff on chat and get them banned from places, you know. So I'm guessing that's kind of what happened here with Jay Loomis, you know. So I'm guessing that's what happened. So yeah. Guessing that's what happened. I'm guessing that's what happened. Let's see, Stafford passing yards and rushing yards for both Kyron and Blank, easy money. Oh, Stafford passing yards and rushing yards for both Kyron and Blank, easy money. Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. I gotta do some more of that, man. I gotta do some more of that next year. Once the Niners get, you know, Justin Jefferson from the Vikings, you know? So yeah. AOL Messenger takes me back. Haven't had about that. Yeah. I was definitely on that. AOL Messenger back in the day. So yeah. Definitely on that back in the day. Takes you back though, man. Takes you back to the day. Justin with another 3. Appreciate that. Justin, let's go. Shout outs.
If I ever start saying I love PC handhelds and hate Kirby, just know that I was hacked. Lol.
If you ever start saying you hate PC, you hate Kirby and love PC handhelds, yes. PC handhelds, the bane of my existence, the bane of everyone's existence. So, shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the 39. Yo, we are going 140 on the overclock board. Make sure you guys, if you have not hit that like button, yo, let's go. 10 more combos and we got a platinum and a half. Let's go, man. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. Last year I throw on Hurts anytime a TD and Saquon 100 yards and it worked every time. Oh yeah. Oh man, I gotta start doing that a little bit more. It'd be bad for me though. Like this year I couldn't do it like with Niners stuff, but I'd have to pick some other people to do that with, like the over and unders. So yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button, like I said, man. Appreciate that. So we have rumors of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Switch 2 editions, Kingdom Hearts ports, latest Mafia game, Starfield, Diablo, more for 2026. Anyone saying Switch 1 first year is better is on drugs? Yeah, third party wise for sure. Like third party wise, it's not even close. Third party wise, like it's just they're just destroying them. Third party wise, so we'll see what happens like with the first party games next year. I think the biggest thing that Nintendo can do to improve like next year is simply just because, you know, Smash Brothers came out in 2018 for the Switch 1, which was huge by the end of the year. But before that, people were saying it was kind of weak, right? With the games that were coming out. So I think Nintendo has a pretty big opportunity for 2026 to actually have a number of really interesting games, like big first-party games come out. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw, you know, the next new big 3D Mario game, and we saw obviously Gen 10 Pokemon was huge, so, or is going to be huge. So yeah, would not be surprised at all with that. Yeah, right now Stafford's dealing, and Kyron Williams already has 44 yards, so it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Sorry, I said something else, didn't I? Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yeah, that game's supposed to be coming over. Big love, guys. Appreciate that. 10 more combos. One JoJo, we out here the platinum and a half. Appreciate that, guys. Oh, let's see here. Cup fumbled. Cooper Cup fumbled. Uh-oh. And they got the ball back. They fumbled. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a lucky break for you. He fumbled in the red zone, huh? Yeah, he fumbled in the red zone. Oh my gosh. Lucky break for you guys. Lucky break. Wow. He's nervous at playing against his old team. He's trying to do too much. Not thinking about securing the ball. Fumbles. So yeah. Let's see here. Heard good things about that game. Yeah, you know what? I've seen the gameplay, and I'm like, I'm good. I don't think I'm going to like it, me personally. But I think for other people, sure, it'll be good, you know? It'll be definitely be good for other people. But not for me. Not for me. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is peak. Yeah, I've heard it's so good. It's just not my style of game, you know? Still needs more cart sizes next year. I don't know if cart sizes are going to fix everything, man. That's Listen, man, there's been plenty of games that have the cart size, which was they had the cart size for it to fit in there, and they did it. So I don't think cart sizes are going to solve all your game key card situation problems, because apparently they're going to get other cart sizes, but they're not going to be that much cheaper. It's going to be almost the same price, considering volume and how much you're going to get on there. So I don't think that's going to all of a sudden solve everything, my boy. I think people are thinking that, and I don't think it's going to be the case. But we'll see. We will see. But I doubt it, because like I said, it's about the cost. A lot of developers don't want to pay that much for it. It's so much cheaper for Blu-rays, right? Or just digital only, or a key card. It's like significantly cheaper. So, and some games, once again, are just, like I said, maybe some indie developers with smaller cart sizes, but the price that you're going to have to pay for those per cart, you know, is going to be a lot. So will it get better? Sure. It'll get better, as some developers have seen that people don't like them. But having like a million different cart sizes, it's not going to drastically decrease the price, believe it or not. So yeah. Publishers ask for game key cards. That's what they want. They wanted a cheap way of getting it done. I mean, obviously, a cheap way would be game key cards. Card prices decreased from 15 to 12, and most games will still need larger file size anyway. Yeah, so I don't see as all of a sudden there's a bunch of different cards. I think some of you guys listen to too many content creators who don't know about the price per cart. They don't know about that. They just think that that's the situation, that's the problem, and then that'll be fixed, because if there's smaller ones, then developers will just. No. How many developers use 32GB cartridges on the Switch 1? There were a lot of games that could have fit on a 32GB cartridge, and how many of those developers opted to not use it or use a partial cartridge? So that's why you guys got to stop listening to content creators that don't know economics. They just think the reason why something is happening because there's not enough of this, or they think of it too basically. You got to think about it in terms of why it's happening. Well, why is it happening? Because of price. Well, why is it happening because of price? Because carts are expensive. Well, why are carts expensive? Because they're solid state. Why are they solid state? Because that's how cartridges operate. Why are cartridges operating like that? Because that's just how it is. That's how a cartridge is, and it's always been that way for cartridges since the beginning of the time. They've always been expensive. In the NES days, the Super NES days, the N64 days, like they've always been pricey. Even the Switch 1 days, they've always been pricey. So that's the reason why. So yeah, you're not gonna get a bunch of people all of a sudden saying, oh, now we got various sizes. All of a sudden, everything's going to be on cart. That's not going to help. And like I said, there's been a number of games that could have easily fit on a 64GB cartridge, and they didn't do that either. So yeah. Big love to Nick93. Says, great stream. Go Rams. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Rams are doing good. I think the halftime, they fumbled in the red zone. So that was a huge fumble, man. That was a huge fumble. Thank you for the 2, Nick. I appreciate your multiple support. Appreciate that. Also, Ivy with the $9.99. Can you play Star Fox Adventures Snowhorn Waste? Top 5 track for me. GameCube was a magical console for you. Okay, yeah. Great console. And Justin with the 3 as well. Let's go.
We need to start doing PE Live Bingo. If we did, someone bringing up game key cards would always hit. Lol.
For the most part, yeah. I think it would hit most of the time. It would hit most of the time. You know what else would hit most of the time? At least I hope that would hit most of the time. The combo breaks and the platinum and a half limit break. Switch 1 was a JRPG machine. Now Switch 2 is going to be an RPG machine in general. I hope so, man. That'll definitely be a good thing. All right, let's go. Big love to Justin with the 342 on the board. Anybody does 42 or more, that'd be the propane blaster. Thank you for the 42. I appreciate that. Shout outs to J Views as well. Big love to Nick93 and Ivy with the big $10. Let's get the music going though for Ivy. I appreciate that. Thank you, fam. Star Fox Adventures Snowhorn Waste theme. All right, thank you so much for the 2. Big love, like always. And also Gabe Silvera, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. This is Nintendo pushing the blame on devs. I don't know if it's Nintendo pushing the blame on devs. I mean, when you hear about what the devs say about game key cards, I think it was pretty obvious that the developers wanted this option. You know, I think that if Nintendo's own first-party games, you know, that they controlled by themselves, like let's say Mario Kart World or Metroid Prime or anything that they controlled fully, if any of those were also game key cards, then I would agree with you. But overall, I mean, the third-party developers literally even stated it themselves that they like game key cards and they wanted that option. So I mean, I don't know if that's Nintendo pushing it onto them when third-party developers have came out and stated that, yeah, I mean, this is something that would be good because, you know, cartridges, the read speed is slow and we need faster read speed. We can make more high-quality games with it being based off the faster read speed. We can't do it with this read speed. You know, Ubisoft said that with Star Wars Outlaws. Final Fantasy said that as well. Final Fantasy VII director said that as well. So I don't really think it's Nintendo pushing it on third-party developers. I think it's really, if you're looking at it just like carts and how slow carts are in terms of the speed, go look at any gameplay video and look at videos of games running off of the Switch 2 cartridge. Then look at the like loading time examples, right? Then look at how it runs when it's on the flash memory on the Switch 2, and look at what it runs like when it's on an SD card. It is a noticeable change in loading time. Even on Nintendo's first party games with all their great optimization, it loads significantly faster. And if you have a game that's always streaming in assets or a massive game that wasn't built with the Switch 2 in mind first, that is going to be difficult to get it to actually run at an acceptable loading and stream in assets at an acceptable speed when it's not built for that system in the first place. If it's built for an SSD, it's built for an SSD. However, if you have a game that's built specifically for the Nintendo Switch 2, you can probably get around that and plan that in the development phase of making the game. But a lot of these games like Star Wars Outlaws or Final Fantasy, certain games that have these large loading streaming assets that are built for HUDs, that are built for hard drives, that's going to be a bit harder, you know, to get a cartridge version and with that load speed on there. And like I said, unless you build it from the ground up, you don't port it, you build it from the ground up for the Switch 2, sure, you could probably get everything on a cartridge if you had that in mind, you know, from the beginning. So yeah. It might be a result in half a dozen extra games using a cart over the span of the generation, but it'll save some money for several dozen games that don't need 64. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, Brent's not wrong. Like, he's not like, I think that, like, it'd be great if there's more. Like, he's not wrong in the gist of it, right? Like, it'd be great to have more games that are actually physical on cart. So hopefully that happens. I'm just, like I said, don't hold out a lot of hope that that is going to be a thing, you know? But we'll see. We'll see. I think Nintendo, they're trying. I think they're all trying to get it down to as low as possible. So yeah. I think they're trying. Before 7 integrate early next year. Wondering if X is worth it. Holiday playthrough. Final Fantasy X? Oh, Final Fantasy X is always worth the playthrough. Always worth the playthrough. Publishers like profits more than anything else, yeah. I mean, developers will tell you how their game is going to be. I think there was I guess apparently, there was a Spawnwave not Newswave, but a Spawnwave Spawncast where I think it was Celia, like they were trying to talk about how, like, why is what's that one game, that Animal Crossing Pokemon game, Pokopia. Why is Pokopia on a game keycard? And they're trying to say, oh, that's Nintendo started doing that. And then Celia had to say something along the lines of, like, did the developers of Pokopia decide the medium because they're the ones who are developing the game and know, like, what the best medium is for it. So yeah. So I guess the developers, that falls in line with what the developers said about Star Wars Outlaws, how they looked at, like, the game and how they'd be able to get it ported over. Like, the upper management doesn't know about all the intricacies of the engines and how they work, but, like, the developers were like, yeah, it's not gonna work with the cart because the read speeds are too slow. So that's the only problem, is that somehow, I mean, Nintendo made the read speeds way faster on the Switch 1. The read speeds are significantly better, but it's still not anywhere up to the level of an SSD. SSD's still way quicker, so consumers overwhelmingly buy games digital. The idea of Nintendo suddenly pushing digital developers and not consumers is complete fantasy. I mean, no offense, but digital's the future. If people planned for retirement as much as re-downloading games 30 years from now, they might be millionaires. Pocopia was a Koei Tecmo and Game Freak decision. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that it's based on the developers themselves, you know? So that was a decision that they made based off of what they feel like doing, you know? Could also be parts of the game, like I said, streaming the assets of the game much quicker, loading faster, things like that. Because Pocopia seems to be a game where you're going to be able to do a large amount of things instantaneously at all times, flying to different places and doing kind of like whatever you want. So it does seem like that's the type of game that it is, that it might benefit from that, obviously. But once again, I don't know all these things completely. Like, I'm not a big tech, and I don't know all this stuff, like the things with that game with Pocopia, you know? So yeah. No music tonight? There's music. It's just really low. I'll change to a different track. This is super low music. Hopefully you guys can hear that. And yeah, I know the what's it called? The digital future is coming, but I'm just trying to hold it off as long as possible. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. I've been sick this whole stream. We're going to have a big JoJo Friday tomorrow. I'm excited to talk about the games and stuff, what's going to be happening tomorrow. We're going to have a big video tomorrow as well. I need to get working on some shorts for you guys, so I'll probably have a regular. I need to have what the real layout of what I want to do, like my dream layout, and I'll end on this before we get to the before we wrap up the stream to 3 hours for tonight. My dream scenario would be this, guys. Monday through Saturday, or at least Monday through Friday, video in the morning at 4 a.m. news video talking about singular topic, face cam video like at 12 p.m. or like at 9 a.m. short as well, like at 12 p.m. and then like stream, if I stream that day, like at 3 or 4 p.m. That's my ideal work day, where I get video in the 2 videos before 12, or maybe even like, you know, or maybe even like a video and a short, or video, news video, compilation news video, discussion topic, face cam, short, plus stream. That would be like, if I have all the time in the world, that would be like what I want to do. I think that would energize so much. So I'm going to try. I've done that before on this channel, but I don't know if I can, like, it's hard to keep that pace up every single day. That's a lot of work, but I still want to do it. I'm going to try. So when I get more time with my boy, when my boy grows older, I think next year we're going to put him in daycare and stuff. So I'll have more time to do stuff like that and get you guys longer and better streams and better quality and all that good stuff. So yeah, I want to have a stacked day every day. You know, I want to have a stacked day every single day. And then like Saturday and Sunday, I like chill a little bit more, maybe just like a one video, then like a stream on Saturdays, but like Spawncast pre-show. But yeah, Monday through Friday, that's what I want to do. I want to do 2 vids, short, stream, you know. But we'll see. You know, we'll see. Why don't you run me a bad sad in the latest thumbnail? Got that Billy Bob Thornton vibe going. Funny enough, the game that made me switch to digital was Titanfall 2. Went to Walmart 3 times because my PS4 couldn't read the disc, so I got frustrated and bought it digital. Nice. Or not nice, more like it. Street Fighter 6 is around 50 gigabytes of data, yet Capcom decided on the GameCube card. It could easily fit on the 64 gigabyte card. Yeah, exactly, George FT. What's up, man? How you doing today? So Pocopia was a Koei Tecmo Game Freak decision? Yes, yeah. If someone tries to complain about Pocopia, never let them forget that piracy is a thing. Well, I mean, right now you can't emulate Pocopia. It's only a Switch 2 game. So, I mean, like, you can't pirate Pocopia from what we know. From what we know, you can't pirate the game yet. Maybe you'll be able to do it later, but you can't do it now. So yeah. You can't do it now at this point. So yeah. It's all good though. But all right, guys.
For the second time.
Sorry, I got this thing playing here. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for this stream. I want to say thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate everybody that came out to the stream. Appreciate everybody that came through. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for watching the stream. And if you could mod switch to Being Digital, Win in Spirit. That's true, Being Digital, Win in Spirit. Is there going to be a spawn cast on September 27th? Are you going to be there? I'm not sure in terms of the spawn cast and all that, guys. I'll link up with John. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to try to be there Saturday, but honestly, I've just had a bunch of family stuff for the last month. The reason why I haven't been on the spawn cast is because I've had family stuff every single weekend. Or like last week was the marathon stream, so I was tired after streaming for like 5-6 hours, you know, getting prepped and everything. So that's the reason why I haven't been on the spawn cast. But I look to get back to it very soon. I want to get back to it. I want to get back to that, you know, I want to get back to it. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Seriously, thank you guys for being, you know, awesome. I appreciate all of you guys for coming through, you know, appreciate all of you guys for being awesome. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming, or hit that like button to know that we stream here all the time. So thank you guys so much. Check out my most recent video if you haven't seen my most recent video. And I want to say thanks to all the Elite Ninjas. Big love tonight to Justin as well. Shout out to Justin 42 on the combo board. Yo, we got to give him some applause for that. Thank you. Got us, you know, helped carry us to that. And also thank you to everybody else here, man. Ivor, Nick 93, Chris the Shriner Dog, Jay Loomis. Like I said, I don't know what was going on, but Jay Loomis probably a friend. Dan Dips, Clabby, what's up, Clabby? J Views, what's up, J Views? Thank you for your support, man. Fire on Hair, or yeah, Fire on Hair. That's not a hair on fire. Justin, Hyper Bison. That's Creoso Bomb. Yo, let's go. Street Sharks. That's a classic kid show. I Jolted Josh. Leanne Drumore. Shout out to Leandro Moore. Appreciate you. Nick 93 once again. Justin. Thank you guys so much for your support, man. You guys have been absolutely incredible. So I appreciate the donos, guys. It helps out. So yeah, big love to Vadset too. Shout out to my man Vadset. Appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Watch my most recent video if you haven't seen it. It's pretty cool talking about Monolith Soft and all that good stuff. So shout out to Ronan. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you guys for coming out tonight's stream. And also 155 combo breaker. Let's go. Platinum break. Let's go. So no, digital games are dumped even easier than physical games. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. My bad. So yeah. All right, guys. Love y'all so much. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Thank you guys for being awesome. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you for the JoJo Friday tomorrow. I hope you guys come out tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. So